Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Neshannock High School's 2024 Fall Sports Senior Night. Tonight, we will recognize the members of the class of 2025 who have participated in varsity football, cross country, volleyball, boys soccer, girls soccer, tennis, cheer, lancerettes, marching band, and hockey. Senior football players, Neshannock senior football players, please join your parents on the sideline so we can begin announcing. Thank you so much, senior football players.
Coming to you live from Bob Ledgey Stadium, Neshannock High School, your venue. It's the Big 7 Conference Championship game tonight. The Neshannock Lancers hosting the Laurel Spartans as we get ready for 5-0 Spartans, 5-0 Lancers in conference play. Final week of the season for the second straight year, Bob Ledgey Stadium, the host site for a Wpial Conference Championship game between two unbeaten Lawrence County teams.
Right,
I'm James Dodson with Tim Continenza alongside.
We will start with
Wanted to say, hey, get you ready for today's broadcast.
Bender.
What we're going to do now is we're going to turn it over
Nicholas
to the PA
is the
announcer
son of Dr.
for the
Walter and Mrs. Sarah Bender. He's a member of the football, cross country, and soccer teams.
Oh, I'm going to mute myself the rest of the game too.
Society,
You're going to turn it over for
Model
our
UN,
senior night
Bible
festivities.
club, choir, and school musicals. Upon graduation, Nikki aspires to become a federal agent after earning a bachelor's degree in business and a minor in foreign relations. Jackson Biondi. Jackson is the son of Nick and Brooke Biondi. He is a member of the varsity football and baseball teams. He's also secretary of the class of 2025 and a member of Model UN. Upon graduation, Jackson plans to attend college to study medicine. Dominic Cabellis. Dom is the son of Vic Cabellis and Allison Rosatelli. He's a member of the varsity football and baseball teams. Upon graduation, Dom plans to attend Gannon University, where he will study cybersecurity and continue his baseball career. Connor Flannery. Connor is the son of Courtney and Nick Scalzo and Shane and Lindsay Merriman. Connor is a member of the varsity football and hockey teams. He's also a member of the Lawrence County Lightning hockey team. Upon graduation, Connor plans to attend college. Jeffrey Measle. Jeffrey is the son of Jeff and Joy Measle. Jeffrey is a member of the varsity football, basketball, and track and field teams. Upon graduation, Jeffrey plans to attend college. Braden Montgomery. Braden is the son of Craig and Jessica Montgomery. He is a member of the varsity football and track teams. He's also a member of Ski Club and serves as a teaching assistant. Upon graduation, Braden plans to attend a four-year college to study aviation. Tony Parada. Tony is the son of Louis and Christy Parada. He's a member of the varsity football team and the varsity basketball team, also a member of our FBLA. Upon graduation, Tony plans to attend college and continue his athletic career playing football. And now for the senior members of our marching band. Ryu Chua. Ryu is the son of Alfred and Rhea Chua. He's a member of the marching band, jazz band, and concert band. Upon graduation, Ryu plans to attend Penn West University to major in media arts animation. Dylan Dess. Dylan is the son of John and Stacy Dess and is being escorted this evening by Amy Turner and Sherry Heiler. He is a member of our marching band, our Adventures Club, the Community Art Club, and Culinary Arts Club. He also has worked on the stage crew for musicals. Upon graduation, Dylan plans to further his music education. Matthew Frank. Matthew is the son of Brian and Kathy Frank. He's a member of the cross country and marching band, member of our Model UN and jazz band. Upon graduation, Matthew plans to attend Slippery Rock University to study engineering. Lena Grossman. Lena is the daughter of Jeff and Lisa Grossman. She is drum major for the marching band and an all-state musician. She's also vice president of choir, a member of student government, National Honor Society, and the YSU Youth Orchestra. Upon graduation, Lena plans to attend college with a double major in mathematics and flute performance. Caleb Hale. Caleb is the son of Craig and Nicole Hale. He is a member of the marching band, concert band, and jazz band. Caleb is also a member of the Community Art Club, and upon graduation, plans to attend college to study computer science. Cole Rapsky. Cole is the son of Andrea Philippi and Frank Rapsky. He is a member of the marching band, jazz band, and choir. He's also a member of Model UN, Forensics, and TSA. Upon graduation, Cole plans to attend college to major in political science on a pre-law track. Jaden and Morgan Rimmer. They are the son and daughter of Jordan and Mandy Rimmer. Jaden is a member of the marching band, forensics, and has participated in the school musicals. Upon graduation, Jaden plans to attend college to pursue a degree in biblical and religious studies. Morgan Rimmer is also a member of our marching band, a member of choir and forensics, and upon graduation plans to attend a four-year college to major in Christian ministries. Emily Schaefer. Emily is the daughter of Peter and Lynn Schaefer. She's a member of the marching band, Model UN, and upon graduation, Emily plans to attend Westminster College to pursue a degree in environmental science. Ethan Taniel. Ethan is the son of doctors Moret and Mary Taniel. He's a member of the varsity cross-country team, soccer team, and marching band. He's a member of National Honor Society and participates in the school musicals. Upon graduation, Ethan plans to attend Geneva College to major in engineering. Trey Tuck. Trey is the son of Al and Kelly Tuck. He's a member of the marching band and plans to attend a trade school upon graduation to become a mechanic. And now for the senior members of our Lancerettes. Elizabeth Graham is not with us this evening, but she is the daughter of Courtney Sater and Joshua Hughes. She is a member of Lancerettes and plans to attend Westminster College to pursue a law degree upon graduation. Amelia Lenz. Amelia is the daughter of Philip and Janet Lenz. She's a member of Lancerettes and a member of Club Hope, Art Club, and the school newspaper. Upon graduation, Amelia plans to attend Robert Morris University to major in nursing. Emma Wilt. Emma is the daughter of Donald and Gabriella Wilt. She's a member of Lancerettes, FBLA, the school musicals, National Honor Society, and Club Hope. She's also a competitive dancer at Jennifer Lee's Dance Gallery, and upon graduation plans to attend St. Francis University to major in physical therapy. And now for senior members of our cheerleading squad. Carmela Baiuti. Carmela is the daughter of Frank and Gina Baiuti. She's a member of the cheer squad and the competitive cheer squad. She's a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, and mock trial, as well as serving as a third grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, she plans to attend Duquesne University to pursue a master's degree in speech language pathology. Caitlin Cameron. Caitlin is the daughter of Brian and Jenny Cameron. She's a member of the cheer squad and the competitive cheer squad and the varsity track and field. Caitlin is also a member of National Honor Society, FBLA, and a kindergarten teacher's assistant. Upon graduation, Caitlin plans to attend university to pursue a master's in physician's assistant studies. Macy Crum. Macy is the daughter of Joey and Valerie Flora and Justin and Francesca Crum. She's a member of the cheer squad and the competitive cheer squad. She's a member of FBLA, mock trial, as well as a sixth grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, Macy plans to attend Kent State University to major in sports medicine and continue her athletic career in cheerleading. Catherine and Mark Doherty. They are the son and daughter of Mark and Jana Doherty. Kate is a member of the varsity cheer and competitive cheer squad, a member of National Honor Society and FBLA. She also serves as a fifth grade cheer coach. Mark is a member of the varsity golf and track teams, a member of our student government, FBLA, and Student Superintendent's Advisory Council. Upon graduation, Kate and Mark both plan to attend college. Ava DeMace. Ava is the daughter of Jamie Chaffee and James DeMace. Escorting Ava this evening is her mother and her brother, Ronnie DeMace. She's a member of the varsity cheer squad, Rotary Interact, and Club Hope, as well as a fourth grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, Ava plans to attend college with an undecided major. Abigail DeRosa. Abigail is the daughter of Angela DeRosa and Tara DeRosa. She's a member of varsity cheer, Club Hope, Rotary Interact Club, mock trial, and track and field. She's also an elementary cheer coach. Upon graduation, Abigail plans to attend college to pursue a degree in speech pathology with a minor in special education. Aubrey Donaldson is the daughter of Bill and Heather Donaldson. She's a member of the varsity cheer squad and the competitive cheer squad. She's also a member of Rotary Interact, as well as a 6th grade cheer coach. Upon graduation, Aubrey plans to attend Robert Morris University to pursue a degree in accounting. Marley Ionelli. Marley is the daughter of Tracy and Craig Ionelli. She's a member of cheer and competitive cheer squad, a member of Rotary Interact, a 4th grade cheer coach, and a competitive cheerleader with Natalie's Cheer and Tumble, and also an All-American cheerleader. Upon graduation, Marley plans to pursue a degree in nursing at Kent State University. Gianna Moore. Gianna is the daughter of Amanda McCandless and John Moore. She's a member of cheer and competitive cheer squad, a member of FBLA, Club Hope, Rotary Interact, and NCT All-Stars. She's also a 6th grade cheer coach and plans to attend Penn State University, University Park, to pursue a degree in biology with a pre-medicine track and continue her athletic career in cheerleading. Gianna Ponziani. Gianna is the daughter of Mike and Ginger Ponziani. She's a member of the varsity cheer squad and volleyball team. She's captain of the volleyball team, a teaching assistant, and a 4th grade cheer coach, a member of Rotary Interact. Upon graduation, she plans to attend college to major in early childhood education with a minor in special education. Brooke Presner. Brooke is the daughter of Matthew and Kathy Presner. She's a member of cheer and competitive cheer squad, soccer team, and track and field. She's also a member of FBLA, Rotary Interact, Club Hope, and NCT All-Star Cheerleading. Upon graduation, Brooke plans to attend Slippery Rock University, where she hopes to pursue a dual certification in early childhood education and special ed, as well as continue her athletic career in cheerleading. Now for senior members of our cross country. Ethan Burchett. Ethan is the son of Russ and Candy Burchett. He's a member of cross country, National Honor Society, and Model UN. Upon graduation, he plans to attend Slippery Rock University to pursue a degree in secondary ed. Brendan Burns. Brendan is the son of Brian and Debbie Burns, member of cross country and track and field. He also participates in indoor track and field and is a member of National Honor Society. Upon graduation, Brendan plans to attend college to earn his doctorate in physical therapy while competing in cross country and track and field. Will Kitchlow. Will is the son of Susan and Bill Kitchlow. He's a member of the varsity cross country team and the varsity hockey team, member of Model UN, and Will plans to attend West Virginia University to pursue a degree in marketing upon graduation. Joey Manzica. Joey is the son of Nate and Jill Manzica. He's a member of the cross country team and our track and field team. Upon graduation, Joseph plans to attend a 4-year college. Savannah Schill. Savannah is the daughter of Marie Schill. She's a member of the varsity cross country team and track and field. Upon graduation, Savannah plans to attend Teal College to major in early childhood education and continue her athletic career in cross country and track and field. Senior member of our golf team, Thomas Morrell. Thomas is the daughter of Jeff and Carol Morrell. He's a member of the varsity golf and baseball teams and our ski club. Upon graduation, Thomas plans to attend college to pursue a degree in civil engineering. And now for senior members of our hockey team, Braden Legore. Braden is the son of Toby and Holly Legore. He's a member of the varsity hockey team and FBLA. Upon graduation, he plans to attend Slippery Rock University to pursue a degree in safety management. Sam Mezzanot. Sam is the son of Thomas and Dr. Maria Mezzanot. He's a member of the varsity hockey team, FBLA, and National Honor Society. Upon graduation, Sam plans to attend West Virginia University to pursue an advanced degree with the hopes of attending law school or dental school. Senior member of the soccer team, Matthias Rapchak. Matthias is the son of Thomas and Linda Rapchak. He's a member of soccer and track and field, and upon graduation, Matthias plans to attend college and hopes to continue his athletic career playing soccer. Senior member of our tennis team, Sydney Hamilton. She is the daughter of Ashley Hamilton and Robert Hamilton. She's a member of the varsity tennis team, and upon graduation, she plans to pursue a degree in criminology at Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Congratulations to the 2024 Fall Sports Seniors. The administration, faculty, staff, and parents of the Neshannock Township School District wish the class of 2025 best of luck. Good luck and have a great evening.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Gold heading back to Lawrence County, your home for the County of Champions. Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. Neshannock, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's gonna sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A Wpial champions. The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
The sideline getting by one defender, and he's gonna go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Blundo. Blundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, and a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good!
That's fly ball deep right field. Get out of here!
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open.
Touchdown.
No way!
Ripped away from him, right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet. Live from Bob Bludgy Stadium, it's time for Big 7 Conference Championship action here in the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. 5-0 in conference play, both the Lancers and the Spartans here for tonight's game. Alongside Eric Thomas, I'm fired. I'm James Dotson. I've been stuck with Tim all week. It is an absolute pleasure to have Eric Thomas alongside. We got to chat last night on the Beyond the Scoreboard podcast, getting ready for these last week of the regular season games. This one top of the list for the second straight year, Eric. Bob Bludgy Stadium hosting a essential conference championship game.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting game tonight. I mean, we have two quarterbacks who are red hot as far as throwing the football. Gino Mazzocca, we talked about it last night on our preview show. His numbers are better through 8 games than what they were for the entire season last year. Completion percentage is up, touchdowns are up, yardage is up. The only thing he hasn't done to the extent that he did last year is run the football like he did last year, but he hasn't needed to because their running game has been red hot as well. This offense for Neshannock has been great. On the flip side, Laurel's defense, one of the main reasons why they've gotten the 5-game win streak under their belt. But you go back to last week and what they did against Southside, it wasn't the defense. It was the offensive line, and it was the running game for the first time this season that was the dominant effort on offense. Right now, you can't ask for two teams that are playing better football than these two right now to decide this conference title game.
We're going to step aside real quick. When we come back, we'll have a quick conversation with both Coach Bonjavengo and Coach Cooper as we get ready for this conference championship game and the Big 7 action here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Just like going to the doctor, our homes need a checkup too. If your home is not properly weatherized, you could be at risk for symptoms that cause unhealthy ailments and higher utility bills. The Weatherization Assistance Program is the key to reducing utility costs and increasing comfort in your home. Services include an in-home energy audit to inspect your furnace and hot water tank, check for air sealing around windows and doors, and ensure adequate insulation and ventilation. Learn more at lcap.org or call the Department of Healthy Homes to get your checkup today.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Elwes City Boys Golf as the September LCAP Team of the Month after finishing 15-0 undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1979. Congratulations to Coach Sam Berry and the Elwes City Golf Team, our September LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's tennis double duo Giada Capabianco and Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athletes of the Month after winning the section's championship. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Wilmington's Santino Toscano as the September Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for winning the District 10 championship in golf. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Maddie Arrow and Giada Capabianco and Wilmington's Santino Toscano, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Back here on the pregame show, Axe interview time. Get a chance to talk with Coach Brian Cooper of Laurel. Hey, Coach, 5 straight wins. Now you get a chance 5-0 against 5-0 for a conference championship game, county rivals. Just talk about how everybody's feeling right now in Spartan Country.
It's a big game. We're excited for the opportunity to be able to go against them and go for a conference championship. And these kids have worked hard to put themselves in this position, and we know we're going against a good football team. It's a perfect night atmosphere-wise, beautiful weather, a great night for a football game.
Had a lot of moving pieces on the offensive line, but these last couple of weeks really clicking. Jackson Sauter's working well. Colton Carlson, a couple Wildcat touchdowns. What was it that you saw looking back on film that was the reason why your running game was so good?
Just starting to gel with the offensive line. We've had some injuries and we've had to move some people, and finally getting some continuity up front and making a big difference on it. And, even the move with the running back. Jackson was working wide receiver all summer long, and with the Nathan Hill injury, he had to move that running back. So, filling that common ground with them as well. So, put all those things together, and I think also our passing game complements it well, so it puts stress on the defense to be able to respond to that, and, hopefully keeps the running game open for the rest of the year.
Looking at the other side, what is it that you want to be doing defensively tonight to be able to slow down the Neshannock offense?
They run the ball really well, and when you have a running quarterback, it just puts that much more stress on the defense. So to me, we got to be able to take them out of that game tonight, and if we can do that, I like our chances.
One final question is, what's your biggest key to be successful to win tonight and to be Big 7 Conference champions?
What I just said was being able to take them out of their running game, limiting that quarterback and his ability to be able to run. And then, once we get the ball, taking advantage of the opportunities we gain because we have it.
Very good, Coach. Real appreciate it. Best of luck. Go get them.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We'll be back in a moment here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between. Let Melee Chiropractic keep you in the game.
Contractors, the Department of Healthy Homes needs you. From small to large residential projects, you can help families live safer and healthier with the quality work you do. It's rewarding in more ways than one. Call LCAP's Department of Healthy Homes today.
Back here in the pregame show, getting ready for kickoff tonight at Bob Ledgy Stadium. Get a chance to talk with Coach Mike Montevingo. Coach, it's last week of the year. Similar feel to what last year was, a conference championship on the line. Let's talk about how we're feeling right now in the Lansing locker room.
We're all excited. It's a great opportunity. County rival. Obviously, there's a lot of, stipulations around this game, but our guys have been treating it another game. It's just another opponent that we got to play on our schedule. And yes, there is a lot attached to it, but our guys are ready to rock. They're excited for the opportunity. Senior night as well. Celebrate our great seniors who did a lot for this program this season. So it's just a great all-around atmosphere on top of the weather. So
yeah, the weather is great. You're right. Do you talk at all, or is there any discussion talking about the fact it was the same situation last year? A different team, obviously, but win and you're the conference champ.
Not really, I guess. I mean, actually, you bringing that up is kind of like a cool point. I mean, no, I'm sure it's known. Obviously, you can see it all over social media. You can see it in the papers and all that. But like I said, our guys really are just kind of focused on our goals. We have 3 goals: win the conference, Wpial, and state title. And obviously tonight's the first step in those 3 goals that we set for ourselves. So we got to get after it. A really good football team coming to our place. Great opportunity to compete against a good football team.
What did you see in the last couple games on film? It's a team that's won 5 straight in a row in the conference after starting 0-4. What have you been seeing on film about this Laurel team that's been so successful and that you have to address in terms of stopping them?
Oh, I mean, they're clicking on all cylinders. You can see that on the film. Great. Even at the beginning of the year, they were clicking still. They're doing a great job of what they do. They're a really good football team, physical, athletic. We're in for a good test tonight. We're excited for that opportunity. But yeah, definitely on the film, they look the part. And they're a really good football team. So we're excited to play them tonight.
Talk about a couple of your seniors, especially your guys on the line who maybe not get the love that they deserve.
Oh, my man Tony Parada, being a senior tonight, one of his last games here at Bob Ledgy. He's dedicated a lot to this program. Yeah, I wasn't here his first 2 years, but he's been a starter since a freshman. He makes our guys go up front. The other seniors, Connor Flannery, we were blessed to get him out this year. Hockey player, decided to come out and play football. He's done nothing but everything we ask him. He's a very good vocal leader. So, I'm really excited to see these 2 compete tonight in a good atmosphere like this. So I'm really excited to see what they bring to the table.
One final question for you, Coach. We've seen a little bit in the past couple games. What tricks you got up your sleeve tonight on the play?
Nothing crazy, I guess. You know what I mean? We're going to do what we do. We want to play fast, physical, adaptable. That's kind of who we are. Take what the defense gives us. So we're going to have fun doing what we do out here, and maybe we'll see what happens from there. So,
Coach, appreciate it. But glad being here. We'll see you after the game, maybe.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Starting lineups, keys to the game, and opening kickoff when we return here at Bob Ledgy Stadium. Big 7 Conference Championship game, Neshannock and Laurel here on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Kickoff just a few moments away here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP. Captains meeting at midfield here for tonight's contest. Again, big shout out to Axe, the sponsor for that pregame interview. Axe, they take people to work, play, school, anywhere they want to go. Call 724-652-5588 for more information. Neshannock has won the toss. They have elected to receive the opening kickoff of the game. Eric Thomas, let's get right into it with our works in progress. Keys to the game, we got a couple ones jotted down here on the screen, but go off of those and go off of what you've heard there in the pregame interview with Coach Bonge of what you think. What do you think the keys got to be for both these squads?
Well, I think that for both these teams, matching physicality, you see it there under Neshannock, but I think that has to be on both sides because this Laurel physical front on both sides of the ball has been really good lately. Now, the other interesting thing some of the media this week, Coach Bonjavengo talked about winning third down on both ends. And I think that's going to be an important stat in this game, because if you get into the style of game, you see sometimes these teams that have these big offenses, and when the opposing team comes out and controls the line of scrimmage and can run the football and shorten the game, it frustrates that type of team, and it puts a lot of onus on them to do something with the ball when they have it. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to get it all back on one play. So I think what he's trying to get at there is, if we get into a situation where the game is shortened, we still have to play our style of game. We still have to use all of our downs. We don't need to get it all back on first down. We have to try to work the clock, work the chains, move the football with regularity, and that's going to be the down to watch in this game, I think. This is going to be, this should be anyway, a knockdown, drag-out, physical-style game.
And we are underway. Opening kick from Tony Guywood's taken at the 12-yard line by Ethan Beeman. He's going to get out close to the 30-yard line. That ball came loose, Eric.
And Neshannock was able to pounce right on it, luckily,
yeah,
to save possession. That's the one thing that Laurel's not going to need in this game. That was Dom Cubelis who came up with the loose ball, I believe. You can't give Laurel short field position. They want to, again, establish that front, run the ball. So Neshannock dodges the early bullet.
Your starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Connor Flannery, Dante Canciello, Tony Parada, Brennan Stewart, and Joey Veronese on the offensive line. You'll see Ethan Beeman, Brady Frasso as the wide receivers, Don Cubelis the slot, Ashton Allison, Braden Montgomery as the tight ends. Anthony Aiken in the backfield. You'll also see Justin Edworthy at times, and Gino Mazzacco, the junior quarterback, behind center. 12 touchdowns passing, 13 rushing. He hands it off on first down. Upcut almost immediately by Tyler Shearer is Aiken after a 2-yard gain.
Now, they're going to want to get him going, obviously, early in this game. Leading rusher on the team, 708 yards, averages almost 7 a carry. But, I brought up the point last night that I think Justin Edworthy is going to be a key in this game. More physical-style runner, and if they need tough yardage or short yardage, don't be surprised if they put him on the field. Go with the two of them, but go with the more power option if they need it.
2nd and 8, quarterback draw. Mazzacco is going to be flushed around, makes a couple men miss, though. Look at this, cuts up field now, and is going to get close to the first down marker. That almost looked like a busted play, Eric, and the magician of Gino Mazzacco.
Getting a lot of push up front early as that Laurel front cut off where he wanted to go, but then the vision of Mazzacco, and that's one of the things that he's gotten better at this year, is seeing the field, down the field, the options down the field, whether it be running the football or throwing it. He's been much better at looking down the field and keeping the play alive with his eyes, and that time he did it with his feet and his eyes to get the first down.
Yeah, that one a more designed quarterback draw, but didn't panic. That's something that the maturity of now in his 2nd year as the starting quarterback, still has not lost a conference football game. And again, it helps when you have the running game that he's had these last couple of years. Junior tailback Anthony Aiken on that carry for a 4-yard pickup. Tyler Fuchs, Alex Medved, Kevin Mahoney, and Casey Wilson are the down linemen. Colton Carlson, Jackson Sodders, Jack Miles, Tyler Shearer are the linebackers. And in the secondary, you'll see J.J. McBride, Lucas Santini, Tony Guyewitz, and Jackson Sodders, as the linebacker. Nowhere to go this time, as coming off the edge was Casey Wilson wearing number 71. It's going to be a loss on the play there. Casey Wilson, saw him a lot last week making a bunch of plays, double-digit tackles as a D tackle last week.
Yeah, you don't typically see that. You don't typically see a guy his size get up the field. And you go back to last week as Neshannock's going to go hurry up. No tackles for loss last week for this Laurel defense. They get one right off the bat on the first drive of the game tonight.
Coach Bonjavengo, offensive coordinator and head coach, first year as the head coach, the Newcastle graduate, sends his quarterback back on 3rd and 7. Now steps up in the pocket, and good job to trip him up and get the sack on the play was Alex Medved. Going to be a loss of 1, and there it is, a 3rd down success. Both teams with their key to the game, and for Laurel, stopping the quarterback run.
And Gino had looked to his right that time. You'll see it on the replay. Looked to his right, he came back to the left, again keeping the play alive with his eyes. The problem is that the coverage from the secondary was so tight, he had nowhere to go with it. Anthony Geitwise, who was in coverage, actually was stepping up to try to stop the play. So that was an excellent job by the talented Geitwise to make a play, the freshman.
Great punt by Ashton Allison, went over the head of Jackson Sodders, the return man, who's going to be downed just outside the 10. So that is a 11 plus 37-yard punt, 48 yards total. Now Laurel will take over for their first possession. Kevin Mahoney, Tyler Fuchs, Alex Medved, Casey Wilson, and Gavin Webb on that offensive line. Tyler Shearer, Jack Miles, Colton Carlson, the 3 receivers. You'll see J.J. McBride as well. Jaden Iorio moving from offensive line to tight end. Lucas Santini, the quarterback, throwing for 1,444 yards. That's the top in the county right now. 11 touchdowns plus 4 more on the ground. And Jackson Saunders, talk about the big game he had last week, Eric.
Yeah, he was fantastic. They made him the bell cow, 25 carries, and ran for over 130 yards. The 4 best rushing performances by this Laurel offense have come in the last 5 games. 177 and 192 yards bookend those 4 performances.
Saw a lot of Wildcat last week as well. They'll get right into it with Carlson. Not much room there. Maybe a yard. That's about it.
9 offensive touches a week ago, and he had the 2 touchdowns. He has 6 games this season, has 70 or more yards on offense this season. 62 offensive touches for Carlson, and they do it in a variety of different ways, but that Wildcat was so effective last week against Southside. They try to find room with it here early on.
Yeah, 2 Wildcat touchdowns plus a pick-6 that iced the game with about 4 minutes left to go. I'm not going to mention what happened last week. I'm not going to put that into fruition to happen this week. 2nd and 9, they're going to go throw on the wheel route, and it's going to be a jump ball and knocked away. Gino Mazzacco in coverage on Jack Miles, and that was a surprise that Coach Bonjavengo said you're going to see, is that Gino will be starting in the secondary today, and right away they go after him, and he makes a play on the ball.
He can anticipate what Santini's going to do, being the quarterback on the other side, but that ball thrown a little too high that time. It actually allowed Mazzacco to get over there in coverage. If that's spun a little bit tighter and maybe more towards the numbers or a different type of route, a comeback route, Mazzacco probably doesn't have a chance to make a play, and it might have been a bigger gain.
Instead, it's 3rd down and 9 on the opening drive of the game here for the Spartans. Santini dropping back. Now steps up, still looking down the field. Has a man open over the middle. It's Shearer. It's caught for the 1st down. 3rd down conversion number 1 goes to the Spartans on that gain of 17.
Boy, what a job by Santini to find a little space to get that ball uncorked. And we've seen him in the past this season where he keeps the play alive too. But these guys for Laurel are so good at just getting to a spot in the middle of the field and everybody forgetting about him. And Santini does an excellent job that time, avoided the rush, stepped up, kind of threw it a little side-armed or going away from his body, but he had a guy camping out right in the middle of the field.
Jet sweep action. Miles will get it going from the far side to the near side. Spins away from the first tackler across the 30, picks up 2 or 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down, but to your point about the receivers, Carlson leads the way with 30 receptions. Miles, who had that carry, has 24. That was Shearer's 22nd on the year. So you got a good variety, all 3 of them catching the ball.
Yeah, they have so many different weapons that they can go to and dial it up at any time. And yet, what won it for him last week and what's worked for him in the last 4 weeks or 4 of the last 5 weeks is just simple, basic running the football.
Should I answer this phone call? Sorry, Elon, you'll have to wait. 2nd down at 8 on the first drive of the game for Laurel. They're going to motion Carlson into the backfield, coming to the near side. They're going to go swing pass straight out to him, and his 4 red jerseys just waiting to him.
Yeah, Griffin Wyan steps up first there. They weren't going to allow that to get to the edge, and you're going to see Neshannock play these edges pretty tight. We've already seen Montgomery and a couple of other guys make plays, Beeman getting over to those edges when they've tried to go there. They want to take that away because that space and the speed that some of these guys have, they try to work those, but Neshannock can counter that with lateral speed of its own.
Parada, Flannery, another freshman, Matt Toman on that defensive line.
Yeah, Toman's a guy who's really made a couple of nice plays, especially from the middle point in the season on. He's an up-and-comer for sure.
3rd down and 7. Actually call it 3rd and 6. Give him a 2-yard gain on that last play. 3-step drop, has to fire it quickly down the far sideline. It's too much on this. Had to get rid of it in a hurry because the blitz coming right across the edge was number 4, Griffin Wyan, right on cue.
And, that's the thing about this Neshannock defense, James. You look at their stats. The interceptions are great. They have been fantastic in the secondary this season. They cause turnovers. They recover fumbles. But the tackles for losses and the sacks aren't necessarily there. They had a great week last week against Summit Academy with 9 of them. But it's not the tackles for loss that are the key. It's the pressure that is the key with this defense. You don't have to get the tackle for loss if you're rattling the quarterback. Santini had no time to throw the football that time because the pressure coming off of that edge, and that's what they pride themselves on more than the gaudy stats, the tackles for loss or the sacks. They get after the quarterback and pressure and force the bad throws.
High snap. Carlson has to get it one-handed over his head. Gets an end-over-end kick, kind of sideways bouncing. It takes a great Spartan bounce. Look at this. All the way down to the 30-yard line. That's impressive just to get the snap, Eric. Nevertheless, to make almost a 40-yard punt out of it.
Is there anything he can't do? I mean, he's running the Wildcat. He's picking sixes and getting that little 50-degree runner going there and getting a nice bounce out of it to set his defense up.
No surprise, 2 county teams playing in the Big 7 championship here. It is an incredible crowd. Still lots of people flooding into the gates off to our right. Big shout out to everybody coming out. Big shout out to our great crew here tonight. Want to give a shout out before we forget about it to Something for Your Wall Photography. You know they're going to have lots of great pictures from this conference championship game as well. Check them out on Facebook. Search Something for Your Wall. We'll talk about the other teams and the other games going on across the county here after this first down snap. A handoff up the middle and upended is Aiken, but not after picking up 5 yards on first down. The other games in the Big 7 conference tonight, Southside against Rochester. Winner is in the playoffs. Loser has to hope for a wild card. Northgate non-conference against Chartiers Houston. Elwood City already a 6-0 lead over Beaver Falls in their game. The other one we have on tap, Mohawk, hosting Riverside.
Now here's a problem now for Neshannock. You can't have the early mistakes. This is going to be a game in which yardage, you know, I don't want to say it's going to be at a premium. It's way too early to decide that, whether it's going to be at a premium. But you have to expect that these two defenses, you know, what is always the case when you have two high-powered offenses? Isn't it normally the case that those two cancel each other out and the defense is what steps up in a game like that? So you have to figure that yardage and possessions could be at a premium in this game. Can't go backwards. By the way, that Elwood City game, over.
How about that? Interesting factoid you're going to hear regarding that contest. Stretch play this time, and Aiken's going to get some of the yardage back. It's going to be 3rd down and 7. Talked with a couple of quote-unquote experts in Wpial country. They cannot think of, they're still doing research, they cannot think of a team that won a Wpial championship but then went winless the following year. Beaver Falls is about to do that.
That's an incredible, and probably expected. I mean, they had to basically rebuild the whole team, lost a very senior-laden team from a season ago. You know, we said it that, you know, not necessarily a trap game for Elwood City tonight, but, you know, 6 in a row to one team kind of plays with your mind a little bit. They're going to want to keep that foot on the gas the whole night, I bet. For a second, Faulkner got turned around. You'll see it here on the throw, and Mazzocco just does an excellent job of dropping that thing in a bucket, and the coverage had it beat. He knew it right away, and that was an excellent job to throw it over the top of the coverage. Faulkner had really no idea where that ball was.
36-yard completion, first pass play of the game for Neshannock. Edworthy still in there. He'll get the handoff for his first carry. The freshman bounces it outside. He's got some room, bounces it out again. He's going to get inside the 25, gain of about 7 yards on first down. Hey, he might be the Thunder of the Thunder and Lightning, but shows that he can work to the edge. And now a flag thrown at the end of the play, it looks like.
Very late in the middle of the field. And you're right. We'll see what this flag is about, but you're 100% right. He, for only 163 pounds, I mean, he's only a freshman. He probably plays more like 205 the way he runs with those high shoulder pads. He is going to be a load to handle when he starts hitting the weights regularly and keeps conditioning and stays in that program. I really like what he brings to this offense. And I think you're right. He is more of the power style runner, but showing his shiftiness on the outside, this penalty is going to be against Laurel.
Unsportsmanlike against the Spartans. That's going to be half the distance. First penalty against Laurel, and a first down via the penalty will put Neshannock into the red zone. Make sure you stop by the red zone just a couple minutes up the road on Route 18 here in Neshannock Township. Hey, remember, Spirit Sales can raise big money for your organization. Fill out a form, let the red zone do the rest. See how your organization can score big at the red zone. So they should mark this down to the 12-yard line after both teams one first down and then a punt on their opening possession, Eric. A couple of big plays for Neshannock. Couple with a penalty, all of a sudden you're right on the edge of scoring.
Yeah, you don't need to be giving them any yardage. This is a team that has, we said it last night, a completion and a rush of 20-plus in almost every game this season.
Yeah, and Edworthy as a power rusher, he's got 2 long touchdown runs of over 70 yards. We're going to go double shift with the tight ends, Montgomery and Allison now on the right. A little miscommunication maybe, but the zone read keeper from Azaka made the first man miss, but then is upended by 3 or 4 Spartans. Guess what? He didn't go down.
That's a good design play, too, because you expect with the 2 tight ends shifting to the right, they're going to go to that side. and they fake it to Eakin, who then goes that way. And you have to respect Mazzocco, his ability to run the football. This is, I think, more of a big play passing offense this season than maybe a year ago. But his ability to run the football is coming to the forefront here late in the season.
Yeah, more designed runs as the season went along, as Aiken gets this carry down to about the 5-yard line, but a flag thrown right into the middle of that line. This is going to push Neshannock back yet again.
And so this is what we talked about at the onset of the game, too, is the amount of possessions and valuing the clock. We're down to under 3 minutes already.
Yeah.
And each team has had the ball a total of 3 times so far. So it seems, at least early on, that possessions are going to be a premium in this game. And you have got to make these things count. I mean, there is no question about that. If Neshannock is able to get back inside the 15, back right around where they were when they get the penalty yardage back here, this, I think anyway, you have to be thinking already that it might be 4-down territory.
So 1-yard gain officially, and then the 10-yard penalty back to the 18-yard line. Swing pass here to Aiken, trying to get the speedster in space. Gets to the corner, nice stiff arm, but then the second and third man able to wrap him up and get him out of bounds. It's going to be 3rd down and about 12 to go. Lancers can get a first down just outside the 2-yard line.
Like Jack Miles, who steps up to make the stop on the edge, or at least get hands on him first. And we talked about the importance of Neshannock cutting off the edge defensively, and Laurel pays him back there with an excellent job. They didn't really do anything to sell that play, though. I mean, Eakin's going in motion for that little swing, and they were going to him all the way, but the Laurel defense stayed at home and made a nice play.
Trips left on 3rd down. Call it 13 to go. Mazzocco looking for the back corner, looking for his main target, and he's got him, Don Cubelis. His 4th touchdown reception of the season. Beautiful ball to the back corner. Double ones. Puts it in the end zone for 6.
Well, Mazzocco throws this thing to the outside, which is important because J.J. McBride's coverage is right up on him the whole way. And, I mean, he has no opportunity to even get an arm up. Not only is that ball to the outside where Cubelis' hands are, it's to the outside and closer up the field, which means McBride can't even get an arm across to try to break the play up. Excellent throw. And what an adjustment in coverage by Cubelis to make sure he was underneath of it to pull it in. That's a beautiful job by Neshannock on this drive.
And now motion and offsides on the extra point. Well, how aggressive do you want to be if you're Coach Bonchavingo? Do you
go for it. Go for 2. You move up, go for 2. Why not?
Well, they're going to keep Nick Bender out there to attempt the PAT now from 18 yards out. It's going to be Frasso to hold. He tried to get another hard count. No one bit this time, and guess what? It's blocked anyway. So the extra yard didn't help. The PAT partially blocked by the Spartans, but Neshannock strikes first with a 6-0 lead. 2:35 remaining opening quarter. We'll be back in a moment. Big 7 championship game on Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Hey, Mom, do you need a ride to the store today?
Oh, no thanks, hon. I got it covered. Mike's taking me.
Okay, well, you have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, right? I can take you to that.
No, I got it covered too. Mike's taking me.
Mike?
Yes, Mike's my ex driver. Picks me up right at my door and even helps carry my groceries. It's so convenient to schedule and ride with Axe. Wish I would have called him sooner.
Okay, Mom. Sounds like you got it covered.
I have an apple pie ready to eat. How about you help me with that?
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
Back to the action here. You get Joseph's Marketplace Drive summary. 6 plays, 70 yards. The touchdown reception 15 yards from from Gino Mazzocco to Dom Cubelis. A couple of third-down conversions, Eric. That was the key to the game. Both teams really talking about it, but Coach Bonjavengo making it come to fruition right away.
Yeah, and the penalty didn't hurt Neshannock, which was even more impressive. Take a look at this touchdown pass again. I want you to see where this ball is thrown on this play. This isn't to the back of the end zone. This is almost to the front, where Cubelis is able to shield McBride out. He's one of the best cover guys in this Laurel team. That throw is not the throw of a young quarterback. That is a veteran gunslinger out there right now who knows exactly where to put the ball. That was so beautiful.
Braden Faulkner on the return after the offsides on the first kickoff. Faulkner gets it out to the 30-yard line. Griffin Wind on the tackle. So now Laurel trailing 6-0, gets their offense out on the field for the second drive. What do you want to see them do differently? A little bit better starting field position to begin with here.
Run the football and understand that it's only 6-0, and you don't have to get everything back on the possession. You need to get first downs, establish your offensive line, establish your running game if you can in this contest. Get some safe throws for Santini, convert some second downs. Don't get caught in 3rd and long. I mean, there's some basic things that they need to do on this drive. It's only 6-0. They can't panic.
Miles, the man in motion. Pistol set, handoff for Jackson Saunders. 25 carries last week. That's his first tonight. 2 yards up the middle. So carries for 2, 1, and 2 yards so far for Laurel after really controlling the line last week against Southside.
Yeah, it's going to be easier said than done against this big front for Neshannock. This defensive line is physical. I mean, Parada, 283 pounds up front. Tillman's a speed guy off the edge. He's only 160 pounds, but he can hit you pretty hard. We've seen him do that a handful of times this season. He is one of those players where you look at the roster, he's a freshman. Not anymore. He is an experienced player, what he's done so far.
Swing pass to the far side, nowhere. Braden Montgomery reading it the entire way. That's a pretty good thing for Saunders to hang on to it, too, because that could have been ruled a backwards pass.
Yeah, and this is the issue that Laurel's going to run into. We've already seen it tonight with the speed off the edge for Neshannock, and there Montgomery from that side just goes right out with the play and is able to step upfield, get upfield faster. He's almost there when the ball gets to the receiver to make the play. They have so much speed on the edge.
Yeah.
It's so hard to contend with that, and then when you try to run in the middle, you got the big dude in the middle in Parada who eats up a ton of space. I mean, this matchup up front, you know, Casey Wilson and Fuchs and these guys that are up front, and you got Parada on the other end. I mean, that is a lot of dude going one-on-one.
Blitz coming from both ends, trying to throw over the top again. Good adjustment. Carlson found the football. Did he keep the toes in bounds?
They're going to give it to him.
Yeah, he dragged the toe. Good job to make the adjustment in the air. Came back against the freshman Flora. Checking out the LCAP replay.
Here's the pressure, and that again, that's what we said. They pressure guys and try to force bad throws, and now they're going to rule it off.
No, they did say incomplete.
So, I mean, again, there it is. They don't get home for the sack. They don't get a tackle for a loss, but it's the pressure that forces a rush throw. That's a great route and a great job by Carlson to get downfield to try to make the play, but that speed off the edge and forcing the bad throw has come in Laurel's face here a couple of times from that Neshannock front. That's been a tough thing for them to contend with early on.
Another good balancing punt to get it away from Cubelis, and this is going to trickle inside the 20. How about that? That's a 55-yard punt from Colton Carlson. It's a 3-and-out, 40 seconds remaining in quarter number 1, but at least changing the field position there is Laurel. Neshannock will take over at their own 19-yard line. While we have a moment, remind you, we will have a special edition sometime over the weekend of the Beyond the Scoreboard podcast, where we'll take a look at the brackets when they come out. They come out tomorrow around 2 or 3 o'clock is when they will be unveiled. That's a not official time because there is one more game that will be played on Saturday that has playoff implications, Jeanette at Riverview. So got to wait until that game ends before we can get the official brackets, but then we will talk about it. We'll have that released either Saturday night or Sunday morning for you. Check it out at lcsportsnet.com. Delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Zone read keeper for Mazzocco, and he's just so shifty and then kind of squeezes behind the big lineman. Gets forward. That's a gain of 6 on first down.
It's going to be important for them to seal off those big guys up front because that's where a lot of the issues are for opposing teams. Fuchs and Wilson up front. Yeah, they got good speed at linebacker, and yeah, they got good speed in the secondary, but if you can get that initial surge and get by those guys, you're going to make some good plays.
Quickly to the line with 10 seconds left. We'll see if they choose to run one more play before the quarter ends. They do. Stretch play. Patience from Aiken. Now cuts it back inside. Casey Wilson makes the tackle just shy of the yard to gain. You see the patience there from the junior running back.
Yeah, you have to really set your blocks up when you're going against this front for Laurel, because they are big, they're fast, they're physical. They will get up the field and cause problems.
And now they will go to the other side of the field. We've played 12 minutes, 1 quarter in the books here in the Big 7 championship game. We'll be back on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madure and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Zingleopole or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Back here at Bob Lecce Stadium, how great is it to have last week of the regular season not only have 2 conference rivals going at it, but a meaningful game, conference championship on the line, Eric. This is exactly what you're looking for as you get a big run up the gut for the first down. Anthony Aiken on 3rd and 1, gets out to the 40-yard line, 12-yard pickup. I just love the way that it's formatted. You get the great games to end the year, not teams opting out of their final game of the year like it's a college bowl game.
Yeah, that's a key thing, and you see there the initial surge on that run. That's what we were talking about before we went to the break there, James, is you've got to push these dudes up front for Laurel around. You've got to get a push on Mahoney. You've got to get a push on Wilson. You're talking about 260 pounds, 290 pounds, 277 and 290 pounds, and then Fuchs is 220. You have to get that initial surge against them if you're Neshannock, and so far they've done enough to do that. The plays to the outside haven't been great, and it's almost like Neshannock in this game is sort of playing Laurel style of football from a week ago. You set yourself up in 3rd down and manageable, and you can run the football, you can get your first downs, and they're having some success with it here. This is a kind of a teetering point here early in this game if you're the Laurel defense.
Yeah, as they take that first Pontius Insurance timeout, make sure you take the timeout and save money on your insurance and get the best rates and customer service, calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. How about this? They misfired on their first 3rd down of the game, Eric. 3 for 3 cents.
And Coach Bongiavengo said it. I mean, win 3rd down, both sides of the football. Get off the field on 3rd down, convert on 3rd down. But it's easy to do that when you have this big O-line, a good running game, a great running game right now, and you set yourself up in 3rd and short.
Talks about his kids being students of the game, the way that they are just learning more about how they're going to get with the game, and what to do during the course of the play. You can see Mazaka a little frustrated with himself. Not a clean handoff, barely able to get it to Aiken, who was bobbling as he got hit.
That's a couple times that we've seen that happen. Now, interesting, they bring Justin Edworthy back out there. He was a little hobbled when he was coming back out on the field there, so keep an eye on that. But, you know, this team also talked a lot about watching film and using their time wisely and being, you know, students of the game almost full time. This is a machine that really has formed over the last 2 to 3 years here for this Neshannock program.
2nd down and 3, bubble screen to the near side looking for Bayman. He's got a couple of great blocks to get across midfield. Tony Parada laying down the boom as one of the big men in red.
That was well executed, well designed. And check out the big fella rolling out here and getting the block. You're going to see him come into the play right here. Bang! That is a monster block. And when you have this kind of speed at the skill levels, all you need is that little initial block, and those guys can be gone. Speaking of
gone, Anthony Aiken says, see you later. A 49-yard house call. Lightning, one of the fastest guys in the WPIAL. Man, he just shot right through the hole, and you could not see him.
Look at this again. Look at the seal in the middle of the field. I mean, there is no chance for Fuchs, who was basically blocked off the ball by about a half yard to a yard, and that seal opens it up. And when you have that kind of next-level speed and you can put it in gear, you can outrun those guys, and Eakin just did that. We said it, it's a dangerous point in the game for Laurel, and it just got a little bit more dangerous. They're going to need to be moving the football here on offense coming back.
First PAT was blocked, and we're going to have another whistle and a flag. Illegal substitution. Somebody's got too many men on the field.
I think what you've seen early on in this game, James, is you've seen a team that played in a conference title game a season ago with most of these components back that knows how to win it, and a team, by the way, that is extremely difficult to beat on this field against a team who aspires to be at that point and is going to get there because they have the pieces and they have the talent and they're building to get to that point. But right now you're seeing the championship experience that Neshannock has play a big factor in this first half.
12 men. I don't know if they declined or if they're going to be able to put that on the kickoff. Frasso to hold. Bender will try again on the PAT. Another low kick, and this one, though, does squeak inside the right upright. Now, 35 of 39 on the year is the three-sport fall athlete Bender. It's 13-0 Neshannock. We'll be back in a moment. It's the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Anthony Aiken's 49-yard touchdown score doubles the Neshannock advantage. Now up 2 scores, 13-0. Faulkner on the return out to the 25-yard line, where he is gobbled up there on the special teams tackle. Believe it was big number 81, freshman Matthew Toman in there on special teams and on the defensive line. Just go back to, though, when you look at that last drive. 6 plays, 81 yards. The quick hitters, you get the third down conversion, then 2 of the next 3 plays are first downs and long gains.
12 plays and 151 yards on 2 touchdown drives. And we said it right before the timeout. This is a team that knows how to win these style of games, these type of championship conference games. And there's a team on the other end trying to get to it and win one for themselves, and right now they're having all kinds of problems. They look a little out of sync.
Yeah, right there, trying to go deep. One-on-one coverage, like the idea, but Shearer could never find the football on the go route. I mean, Neshannock's basically daring them to try to go through the air. They're stacking the box, saying you're not going to go and run it like you did against Southside last week. You had the one almost completion near midfield where Colton Carlson couldn't quite hold on and tiptoe the sideline. Other than that, though, Neshannock in the secondary has been just locked down.
Almost makes Laurel slightly one-dimensional. And this is what you had to worry about if you were Laurel. If we fall behind, 6-0, are we going to panic? If we fall behind 13-0, are we really going to panic? Can't do that right now. This is still a 2-touchdown game. I understand that, but you have the pieces and you have the ability to make this a 1-score game just like that.
Yeah, beautiful pass there. It's that time they used Colton Carlson as the diversion in the flat, the quick slant to Shearer for a 15-yard gain.
And see, this is what maybe needs to be the path here for Laurel. You've got 2 guys that are go-to weapons. Can a third guy step up like we just saw Shearer do on that nice little route? Good job to cut up the field on the slant, beat the defender inside. An excellent throw by Santini for the first down.
Yeah, noticed you see the linebacker who crept up thinking it was going to be the pass to the leading receiver, Colton Carlson. Shearer left one-on-one, beats his man, moves the chains. 10 minutes remaining in the first half. Laurel had only 3 first-half possessions last week. They're going to pitch it to Miles on their 3rd possession here tonight. Big block from Carlson on the head and a big hit from Anthony Aiken on the tackle. These two teams, let's be honest, there is a lot of respect between the coaches and the players. I heard it all down on pregame. Lots of coaches going and meeting each other. These local rivals, they don't like each other when it comes down to when the game is being played, Eric.
No, and it's a county game. It's the importance, the bragging rights, and more so possibly a top seed in the playoffs, on the line here. Neshannock's going to have every right to say that they should be a top 4 team in the bracket.
Currently ranked number 4 in the Trib Live High School Sports Network rankings behind Fort Cherry, Clairton, and Canavan. And take your pick, any of those top 4. I guess I'm kind of glad there's no first-round buys in the 1A tournament this year. Another quick slant. Shearer's got it. Shearer's got a step. Trying to track him down from behind, and doing so is Brady Frasso. Had to turn on the Jets to do so, but that quick slant has worked these last couple of plays. This one going for a 34-yard gain. Third catch for 65 yards for Tyler Shearer. And this looks like the Laurel team we saw early in the year. Gunslinging mentality from Luca Santini.
Now, these are safe throws, too, so that's a key thing. Get their offense going. Now you go right back to the quarterback draw. I like that call.
Yeah, I do, too, with Tony Parada able to shake the block and make the tackle after a 3-yard gain. And Neshannock, lucky he did so because there was a lot of open field here on the near sideline.
That's a good run, though, on first down. I mean, that gets you a couple yards, and it makes it a little bit more manageable. You can pick away at the remaining yardage. Now, there's 9:07 to go here in the first half. You're down by 13. And I said this earlier with Neshannock in the first quarter. This could be 4-down territory if you're Laurel. You've got to get some of that momentum back. Got to give your defense a chance to do some damage and get some points for them so they can play with a little bit more confidence.
It would be a 38-yard field goal from here. Tony Guyowitz does have a 36-yarder under his belt on the season. Whistles, and I don't think they got the snap off in time. Delay a game will push the Spartans back.
Be a critical mistake here on this drive. 5 yards means a lot. And, when you're getting pressure like Neshannock has been doing here, and you're going to put your quarterback in a position where he's going to have to throw the football now on a 2nd and long. Try to get some of that yardage back, if not all of it. This is this is a teetering point here for Laurel. This drive is a must. This drive, you got to get points out of it. Not 3, it's got to be 6. Got to be smart here with the football, and you got to make sure you're going to protect your right arm slinger in the pocket.
Lancers rush 3. They're going to go that slant again. It's open again. Shearer again inside the 10, inside the red zone.
See, he looks like he's firing a ball to a catcher right now, like we saw him do in the springtime when he plays baseball. These are excellent routes, and the receiver is sealing off the defender. They're not letting him get any kind of inside presence. Now, that's a little bit more of a dangerous throw because you had Allison right there to possibly make a play, but again, they're just sealing those defenders off and making key plays on those nice little slant routes.
And then quickly to the line, Jackson Sodders cuts the distance to go in half. 1st and goal from the 8, now 2nd and goal from the 4. 8th play of the drive coming up.
We talked about Mazzocco and how he's playing. How about Lucas Santini? 5-game winning streak. He completed 60% of the passes so far. You compare him to 2023. He had 2 games in which he completed 50% of his passes in 9 starts. He had 4 games where he was sub 30% passing.
This time, nowhere to go. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it for Sodders. Big stop there. Joey Veronese, first man through. Give him a loss of 1. 3rd down and goal from the 5 now.
He had to take, Santini had to take his lumps last season as a quarterback, and he was forced to grow up. He had to be the guy on this offense as a young player, and now you just see him throw with so much more confidence. And you can put him out there on a 3rd and 5 inside the red zone and say, go make a play for me. We believe in your right arm. We believe in your talent, your ability to do this.
They're going to go Wildcat on 3rd and goal, And not sure where to go. Carlson dropped for a loss. Looked like it could have been maybe a pop pass the way that Jackson Sodders was running through the middle there, Eric. Just no chance for Carlson to do anything with it.
I thought that's exactly what they were trying to set up for there, was a little jump pass over the middle. And when Shearer didn't see anybody, or Carlson didn't see anybody in the middle that he could get the ball to, he sort of hesitated. At that point, you just got to go. You got to pick somewhere and go, and if you can fight for a yard, you get it. If not, you don't. But the hesitation, you can't do that against a speedy defense like this Neshannock team. They're going to go for it here in 4th down. I don't blame him either.
Yeah, I think they're going to have to take a timeout, though. Play clock already down to 5 seconds. They will have time to think it over.
Yeah, this is the right call to me. I think, even if this game was 0-0 right now, and you could look at this and go, we're going to take the Shore 3. I don't think so. I think this is all the way. Brian Cooper probably thinking on that sideline, I don't care where we are. If we're on their side of the 50, we're going for this. We're down 13-0. I got to get some momentum on my team's side, and we're going for this thing.
Coming at the half, we will have both halftime shows for the Lancer Marching Band and the Spartan Marching Band. Neshannock High School is the Firefly Solar Band of the Week. Leadership members of each band this year will be receiving T-shirts courtesy of Firefly Solar for their dedication to the arts and for lighting up the field on halftime on every Friday night this season. 4th down and goal from the 9 coming up. 10th play of the current drive. We need a fan of the game award. Lancer in the front row.
No,
Certainly would be one of them.
There's a banana around here.
Banana wins?
We got to find the banana. I saw the banana in line for coffee earlier tonight.
Darren Heberlin, you're on banana duty.
And the banana, by the way, is not our staff member on the field
No.
in the yellow hoodie. There is an actual banana in the stand somewhere.
4th down and 9. What is Coach Cooper and company drawing up? Santini drops back. Blitz right up the middle. It's going to be an incomplete pass over the head of Colton Carlson. And again, the blitz disrupting the timing, Eric. No chance.
Yeah, Santini had to get that uncorked in a hurry. Did not have time to put the touch on it. He had a man in the back of the end zone in Carlson. And that pressure just right in his face, out of reach. That was going to be a tough catch for Carlson anyway. But he put it in a position where Carlson leading the defender, so he was going to have the opportunity, or nobody was. But that pressure again by Neshannock, just way too much speed. They're dialing this blitz up at the right time. Everything is clicking for Neshannock in this game in the first half. And now they got a chance to put this thing in 3-score territory, and that might be a lot of trouble for Laurel if they're able to extend this lead.
Laurel averaging just 21 points per contest. Keep that in mind over the course of this season. They're going to go pitch to the near side for Aiken. Trying to bounce to the outside, able to do so, and he's going to get thrown down by Miles after a short game, but a flag thrown.
Yep. I think they're going to nip Joey Veronese for a hold on that side, or maybe a possible block in the back. Was thrown right at where he made the contact with the defender.
And the flag kind of got stuck, it looked like, in the shoulder pad of Aiken. It went flying as he went flying on the tackle. So let's see where they mark it off from as well, Eric. Again, the spot foul if it's in front of the line of scrimmage. And they are going to mark it from the 10, so officially a gain of 1.
You notice what they're doing, though, on these plays to the outside is they keep bringing a lineman out there to block. They're not wasting any time. No offense to Cubelos or Beeman or any of these skill guys that could block out there. They're saying, no. We're throwing the big fella out there. He's going to be the one that paves the way because he's going to road grade, and we're going to get our guy a bigger gain.
Well, when you got 2 extra linemen out there, the way that Montgomery and Allison can be the lead blockers, I can't say I blame them. They go away from the double tight ends this time. Left side carry for about 7 yards for Anthony Aiken. Already 11 carries for 87 yards on the evening.
It's designed to do that, to throw the defense off when you put those 2 tight ends out there. Now watch them come back to it at some point and run to that side and pull a lineman, and they're going to have 3 guys out there blocking for him. So they're setting that up for something later in this game.
We had the game earlier against Rochester, a 21-0 win for Neshannock, where Ashton Allison ran it twice for a touchdown and caught a touchdown pass. I believe those are still his only 3 touchdowns of the season. Now he does have 1 other receiving touchdown. Play action on 2nd and 7. Mazzaco's going to fire far sideline, and it's going to be meeting right at the same time between Guywitz and Cubelis, and Guywitz able to break up the pass. Going for the football, about as perfectly as you could time that one there, Eric.
Yeah, Guywood's not going to let that ball sail and fall into the hands of Cubelis. That's great. That is textbook, old school coverage. Get up there, hit the receiver, knock the ball loose. Don't let him make a play on the ball. Guywood's just standing back there waiting for it to come to him, and he was able to make a good break, get up the field, and lay one on Cubelis to knock that away.
Tony Guywood was our first ever junior high football championship MVP of the game last season. Laurel Junior High losing the postponed championship game last night. Right up the seam, looking for Montgomery. Another great adjustment from the senior tight end, and then dragging forward tacklers out to the 34-yard line. You said it last night, Eric. Braden Montgomery might be the X factor in this one.
I really thought him and Edworthy, and I thought, they run those seam routes so well. We saw him do it a lot last year. It's a good safe throw for a tight end to get in space. It's a good safe throw for the quarterback. They executed a bunch last season, those same two guys. Works to perfection there.
And another big hole on first down as Aiken 5 yards into the secondary before anybody's able to make contact on him. Pickup of 7 on first down.
No, I got to give Neshannock a ton of credit here. Their play calling in this first half is excellent. I mean, they're mixing so many things up, swing passes, basic runs up the middle, seam routes, trying to float the ball over to the far side. I mean, they're dialing everything up at the right time right now to keep Laurel off balance, and you come back with zone read.
Yeah, zone read, pulling it out of the belly is Mazzacco. Textbook right there. And that's what Coach is talking about being the student of the game. There are times over the course of the last 12, 13 years where you've had to have, you don't give the quarterback the option. You say, no, you're keeping it this time. You're handing it this time. It's all in Mazzacco's hands.
Well blocked. They've already established Eakin this time. Excellent block by Montgomery, who chipped his man enough.
15-yard gain there from Mazzacco, and almost moving the chains again is Aiken on this carry.
You're starting to see the Neshannock front is starting to wear down this Laurel defense up front. And it's not a very deep roster for Laurel, so a lot of these guys are going two ways. See that on the Neshannock side as well, but now you take out Eakin, and here comes your power guy in Edworthy, and let's see if they get him going with a couple of the same style of runs.
Yeah, definitely a bigger bench on the Neshannock side. 2nd down and 1. Again, Edworthy trying to break it to the outside. Good job to drag him down by Colton Carlson, and that's not what you want to thrust it outside because you're going to lose 4 or 5. Yeah. 2nd and 1 to 3rd and 6.
Carlson just showing his athleticism to get up the field. Again, those edges. Neshannock's been good on the edge so far, as has Laurel in this game. Nothing really, unless they're pulling the lineman out there to block, has been open for Neshannock when they run to the edge.
3rd down, and we'll call it 5 to go.
This to me looks like a chance down the field for Mazzacco.
Lyman looked like he reset on the left-hand side. No one saw it, or they didn't deem it as a false start offense. Neshannock swing pass over to Aiken. Couple men to beat to get to the sticks. He's not going to get there. How about the freshman Tyler Fuchs coming back to make the hit? It's going to be 3rd down and 2 to go. I mean, if they can let this go down, they wouldn't have to snap it until 2 minutes, Eric, but they might get right up to the line as well and try to go for it.
4 down territory for sure for Neshannock. Deep route was not quite there on the other side. They were going to look Eakin's way this entire time, though. Fuchs showing his ability. He's an all-state caliber player as a freshman. He is going to get nominated for that, no question. He is a stud.
They go up the middle, and it's well read and knocked away. Jack Miles and Colton Carlson, the 2 linebackers, the 2 leading tacklers on the team, right through the gut, loss of 1. There's the stop that Laurel needs to change possession, brought to you by Medora Bonner Law.
Just never seemed like they were in sync on that snap and the play design and the play call. And it almost looked like they were a little unsure as to what they were going to do, where they were going to try to run that football, or if Mazzacco was going to keep that in run. He came off the sideline a little frustrated. I think he wanted to do a little zone read there, but Laurel defense with a big stop. 2 minutes to go in the first half, plenty of time. They got to get some first downs, though, James. They got to start working some field position here and moving the sticks.
So after a 10-play drive for Laurel, ends on a turnover on down. The 9-play drive for Neshannock, they give it back on downs as well. Laurel moving in the wrong direction, motion early, will push him back. Again, that turnover on downs brought to you by Medora Bonner Law. Make sure you protect your possessions at MedoraBonnerLaw.com, a community firm with personal connection and individualized service.
Out-of-town scoreboard update brought to you by Newcastle Transit Authority. Mohawk trying to get that 3rd seed in the Midwestern Conference. They lead 13-0 right now. That team is, we said it last night, don't mess around with any kind of wild card berth. Handle your business.
Santini flushed out of the pocket in a three-man rush. He's going to get close to the first down marker, but this one I think coming back as well, Eric. Laundry in the backfield.
You know, every time somebody makes a big play, there's got to be a flag, doesn't there?
Certainly feels like it, but that's a testament to these two defenses.
Almost seems automatic anymore. No matter what level of football you're at, anytime there's a big play, you got to look for that flag. This is a good call, though. And for Laurel, you know, they haven't been able to establish any kind of running game in this first half. Santini's tried to run it a couple times. But what Neshannock's defense has done, if it's not a self-inflicted play like this one is for Laurel, they've put the pressure on Santini. They force bad throws. Perfect down and distance now if Laurel's going to try to throw the football here for Neshannock to tee off on him again.
First down and 25 is going to be the call here. Roll out, now step back, throw down the field. Look out, Shearer's got another catch for big yardage across midfield.
Take a look at this again, because watch Santini on this throw. He rolls out to his right, he comes back, he looks left, and then he goes back right again, and he froze the defense. And that allowed Shearer to sit behind the defender, and Santini with the time kept the play alive, faked out the defense with his eyes, the look back to the left, and then coming back right. That's a veteran throw and a big-time first down.
Clock stops while they move the chains. Now they're back to the line of scrimmage. One timeout remaining. Quick blitz. They're going to fire down the near sideline this time, and Mazzaco's going to bump Carlson off of his route. Incomplete pass, and that's why Chino's got the spot start playing both ways here tonight. He is the one locking down on Colton Carlson right now.
He's showing a little bit of cockiness, too, and I like that. We haven't seen him play much defense, but he's very confident in his ability. That was textbook coverage again. And you said it, bumped him off the route. Didn't get too aggressive enough to warrant a flag. That's just good coverage, staying stride for stride. We know he's got the speed.
I got an interesting stat for you, Eric. Tyler Shearer has more receiving yards than Lucas Santini has passing yards. 5 receptions for $119. The rest of the Laurel receivers, 2 catches for -4. 2nd and 10. Firing down, it's going to be intercepted by Cubelis. Stepped in front of the route, he's got a pick. He's already got 2 pick sixes on the year. Not going to be able to get it this time, but gets the ball back into Spartan territory. Another Medora Bonner Law turnover. Dom Cubelis, his 4th interception of the season.
Santini this time, this is a good throw when he has time. He's trying to feed this into J.J. McBride, and I don't know if he didn't see Cubelis underneath the play, and he was just looking at Mazzacco down the field, who McBride has a step on to come back to the ball and beat him if the throw is there. And I just don't know if he didn't see Cubelis or what, but that is a costly mistake for Laurel. That was a must drive, and they had converted that big play with Shearer already, and the big throw, and now they give it right back to Neshannock in prime field position, who, by the way, also still has 3 timeouts here in the first half.
Yeah, good point. They're going to go reverse to Beam and flea flicker back to Mazzacco. Everybody's staying at home, though. Mazzacco trying to extend the play, throws near sideline, leaping attempt, and it's going to be caught by one of the linemen out of bounds. Credit to Spencer Myers making the catch on the sideline, but an incomplete pass. Allison, the intended target. They go into the bag of tricks after the turnover.
4 white jerseys down the field, though, in the secondary. You see them all there in the screen. 5 total. That was well covered.
Yeah, good job to stay at home. Love the aggressiveness in the play call after the turnover in plus territory, though. 2nd and 10, just over a minute to go. This time more traditional jet sweep to Bayman. Stiff arm away from Carlson. He's able to hold on and drag him down for a gain of 5. Timeout called by Neshannock. It was Ethan Bayman who had the big run. I think it was a 22-yard touchdown run in the reverse, the game-winning touchdown against Southside a couple of weeks ago, Eric, that got us to this point. And Laurel last week running the ball extremely well in that game down at Hookstown. Lawrence County 2 weeks in a row going into Southside territory, taking care of business to set up this 5-0 against 5-0 championship game between the 2 county rivals. Like I said, there's not a seat open in the house, but take a look along the fence line too, Eric. Just about every spot along the fence currently occupied by fans wearing green or wearing red. Just the way, I mean, we expect it by this time. the way that these fan bases in Lawrence County have been doing their jobs for as long as I can remember.
Be curious to see if Laurel goes to the locker room tonight at halftime, too. That's going to be a interesting situation because I think we've seen just about every team that's played here this season not go to the locker room, make that long walk.
3rd down and 5. Aiken play action. Setting up the screen this time. Tight end screen, and he's got blockers in front for Montgomery. Trying to get to the edge, inside the 35, and he's flipped over by McBride at the 31-yard line. Tight end screen. Is there anything he can't do, Mr. Braden Montgomery?
Jack Miles is looking back at the ref going, what in the heck am I supposed to do with this guy all over me? Watch this block on Miles coming up right here. Good night. I mean, that is Tony Parada once again, 283 pounds, road grading down the field.
Mazzacco's just going to fling this one into the first row with 31 seconds remaining in the first half as he was being chased down by Fuchs and Shearer. But, yeah, that was a hefty block. You could see a little jersey tug as Miles tried to get away, but I think the block was established at that spot.
It's on every play. It doesn't matter. It's on every single play. Most overrated penalty because it happens on every single play, and if they threw it on every single play, we'd be here for 9 hours. By the way, last year, remember the MVP of that game against Mohawk for the conference championship was the offensive line? Guess who my favorite is for the MVP tonight so far? It's been this offensive line. See?
Giving him more time then. I'm going to give credit to Mazzacco for extending this play, though. Gets it out to Anthony Aiken, and it's going to be a first down, but I think he was across the line of scrimmage.
Damn.
But, again, to your point, the extension of the play, the line giving him time, maintaining a pocket, allowing him to move around that pocket.
It's a combination of things here, and you'll see the timing here. Mazzacco's going to be about a step or two, maybe more than that, over the line of scrimmage. But it's a combination of a few things, James. Number one, it's this experienced offensive line up front, and there's enough experience on there. I know they've had to replace some parts, and they've had to shift a couple of guys around during the season. You know, they have a freshman out there now in Connor and Brennan Stewart, who plays a lot. But the other thing is Mazzacco's maturity as a quarterback, because we said it with Santini on the last play that Laurel had before his interception. Mazzacco keeps the play alive with his eyes. He looks one way, comes back the other way, and he's so mature as a quarterback this season compared to last year, the way he can look off guys. And the defense thinks that he's going one way, and then he's got that quick snap ability to go back the other way and fake him out. So it's a combo of two things. It's the line and it's Mazzacco's maturity without question.
I think they're talking on the far sideline because it should be, because this is the penalty on the offense and the clock would have been running. Laurel should have the option to have this clock wind immediately. And they're going to call, I think they're going to call timeout right now and make sure that it does not start Neshannock will. So they take their second Pontius Insurance timeout. You mentioned your MVP from last year and a well-deserved offensive line MVP of the game. We will announce today's Insurance MVP of the game after today's contest as well. Get in the game at MVP Insurance. They coach clients to better prices, better coverage. Call MVP for the win. Also want to remind you, too, the nominations are officially open for our October Red Zone Athletes of the Month, as well as our October LCAP Team of the Month. So make sure you check that out. Go to lcsportsnet.com, click on awards, submit your application, submit your nomination, and then our panel of county experts will take those nominations and figure out who we will be awarding for the LCAP Team of the Month, as well as your Red Zone Athletes of the Month. Congratulations, Maddie Arrow, Giada Capabianca, Neshannock's tennis doubles duo. They were the September Athlete of the Month, as well as Wilmington's Santino Toscano. Shout out to Jackson Shadle. Shout out to Brendan Burns of Neshannock as well. A 1-2 punch in cross-country championships yesterday in the district finals. 3rd and 11, setting up the screen again. Blockers in front, but also a flag in the backfield. This one's coming back as well, Eric. 10 seconds on the clock. Aiken down inside the 15-yard line. I think this one's going to be coming back yet again.
And this is a little sloppy here on Neshannock's part, and they're going backwards. Take a look at the replay here. But again, you got how many linemen are down the field blocking too? And you got one tree on the play, too. It just a little bit too much there that time. But, I mean, the way that these guys are executing these plays, even on the penalties, they're looking fantastic.
Well, and the issue with that one there, Eric, is because there was also a blitz against the screen. One of those linemen had to quickly just make the grab, and the clock will run. 8 seconds, 7 seconds. This is going to have to be the last play of the quarter for Neshannock, last play of the half. They're going to go, fired over the middle. They got Wpial, caught at the 25. He's got to get into the end zone, though. Spins away from 1, 2, 3, down to the 15, but they're going to run out of time. From the 42 to the 14, so give him a credit for a 28-yard catch. Neshannock, though, will not be able to put any more points on the board. They put plenty of fireworks in the air, though. 13-0, your halftime score. Neshannock over Laurel. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back while the marching band's out there on the field, and then we'll have our first half scoring recap as well. Big 7 Conference Championship game on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
At Medore Bonner Law, we're more than just attorneys. We're your community partners. With a combined experience that spans decades, attorneys Jason Medore, Michael Bonner, and Greg Rossitelli are your trusted advisors for all legal matters. From personal injury to estate planning, business law to family disputes, we are here to guide you through every step of the legal process. Our full-service, community-based approach ensures that you're not just a client, but a valued member of our family. Give us a call or visit us online at medorebonerlaw.com for more information.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day? You guys ready?
Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Halftime here between Laurel and Neshannock. The Lancers with a 13-0 advantage at the halftime break. We're going to turn it over to the Laurel Spartan Marching Band. Drum majors Valerie Hauser and Kaylee Shaner, under the direction of Director Scott Boyer. They're going to take you on a little road trip. Enjoy the halftime show and the Laurel High School Marching Band.
The Spartan Dance Line is featured in the California Girls song by Katy Perry, led by co-section leader Abigail Richards and Taylin Smith. Our next stop and song is I'm Shipping Up to Boston. This song features our Spartan color guard, led by section leader Ty Shea Kunselman. We end our road trip with Havana, featuring the Spartan Drumline and senior trumpet soloist Landon Michaels and junior Luke McKee. Thank you for acknowledging the efforts of these dedicated young men and women. Our marching band is under the direction of Mr. Scott Boyer. The percussion instructor and assistant band director is Mr. Josh Johnson. Mr. Nate Grossman is the low brass instructor. Miss Rachel Kroner is the woodwind instructor. Percussion instructor, Mr. Ian Herr. Brass instructor, Jacob Benson. Miss Natalie Alfera is the clarinet instructor. The color guard instructor is advised by Mrs. Kristen Greed. The dance line is advised by Miss Amanda Stastny. And special assistant to the band is Mrs. Michelle Miller. Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome to the field the Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Ms. Kimberly Hine and Assistant Band Director Ms. Abby Senator. Mrs. Taylor Rand Heiler is the Lanceret Advisor, and Mr. Connor Proctor, Mrs. Ashley Graziani, Mrs. Gabby Hitch, and Ms. Catherine Hatfield are assistant staff members. Grade captains are Ryu Chua, Matthew Frank, Emily Schaefer, and Ethan Taniel. Morgan Rimmer is the band's historian. The band is led onto the field by drum major Lena Grossman. Our first tune was released in 2008 and reached number 21 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's catchy riffs and disco rockabilly fill make it a great way to start our show. Here is Fall Out Boy's I Don't Care. Our next selection will feature our Lancerettes, led by our seniors Elizabeth Graham, Amelia Lenz, and Emma Will. This tune was released in 1999 and is known for its memorable melody and sing-along lyrics. It also broke the record for the longest number one on MTV's Total Request Live. Please enjoy the Lancer Band's performance of Backstreet Boys' Larger Than Life. The band's closing tune was internationally released in 1985. by the Norwegian synth pop band Aha, featuring our instrumental seniors Ryu Chua, Dylan Death, Matthew Frank, Lena Grossman, Caleb Hale, Cole Rapsky, Jaden Rimmer, Morgan Rimmer, Emily Schaefer, Ethan Taniel, and Trey Tuck. Please enjoy Take On Me. Please give another round of applause for our Neshannock Lancer Marching Band. The band gives a big thank you to the Neshannock School Board, administration, faculty, staff, band members, band parents, and community members for their support of our music program. On behalf of the band, thank you for your kind attention and have a great evening, and go Lancers!
The winning number is 13490.
50-50 time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready for it. One for you, one for me, because we didn't get one last week, Eric. It's another week. Another week, and nothing for you, nothing for me. Another chassis toss in the books. Thanks to Ponce Insurance, we did get one win already this year on our wonderful chassis toss.
We don't need to talk about it again.
I will not. I will not. Lee's not here, so we will not. Let's talk about the first half of this game, Eric. 13-0 Neshannock. Honestly, probably could have been more. Ran out of time in that first half on that last drive, but the fact of the matter being, Neshannock offense clicking 273 yards of offense in the first half.
Yeah, their play calling's been really good. They've mixed it up enough. They've gotten a lot of good runs for Gino Mazzocco on zone read, which I think has been key. They've mixed and matched the running backs. They've thrown the ball down the field somewhat. They've taken a couple of chances. Nothing too outrageous, but they've really neutralized this physical Laurel front, which early on in the game, the first drive, the first series, it looked like this was going to be a possession value type of game. And it has become that, but it's become that for Laurel because Neshannock's offense has been on the field for the biggest chunk of the first half. So they really have done a nice job mixing up their plays, 2 good long touchdown drives. And, Laurel has looked good in spots, but I think they're lucky to be down 13-0, only 13-0 right now. And I think that they still have a shot in this game, but they have to protect Lucas Santini better. I'm not even going to say that they need to run the football better. That's a given. But I think they need to protect Lucas Santini better because when he's had time to throw, he's looked pretty good in this first half. And when he hasn't had time to throw and the pressure's been there from Neshannock, he has not looked good. The throws have been rushed. He was picked off the one time by Wpial on a clean pocket for the most part that time. So they've got to do a better job protecting him and making sure that pressure does not get in his face and force errant throws. And they might be able to hit something in this second half early in this third quarter. And I think the other thing in this game that has been interesting to watch, after early struggles on third down by Neshannock to start the game, they've come back. They hit almost 80% of their third downs the rest of the way. And that was a big sticking point this week. Coach Bongiavengo talking about having to win third down on both sides of the ball. They've gotten off the field for the most part on third down, and they've converted on third down. And those have been 2 big keys to their success in this first half. I think that, Laurel's going to have to, again, rely on Santini. But for Neshannock, they don't have to. There's nothing that they can do different in this second half. They have to keep doing the play calling the way it is. They have to keep executing the way it is. They shouldn't change a thing. And this game is going to be in their favor. We'll see if they can hang on and win here. I think Neshannock would feel comfortable with one more score, but Laurel still in this game, no question. But it's got to come down to protecting Santini and not allowing that pressure to get in his face and force bad throws in the second half.
Neshannock, 273 yards of offense. They were 6 of 8 on third down, Eric, as we take a look at our Creative Edge first half statistical recap. Gino Mazzacco, 8 of 11 for a $128 and a touchdown. Anthony Aiken over 100 yards on the ground, 102 yards and a touchdown. Braden Montgomery with a couple of spectacular catches. He's got 3 for 70 for his total so far on the game. Dom Wpial scoring the touchdown pass from Mazzacco. Lucas Santini, 7 of 14 for 116 yards. 5 of those 7 went to Tyler Shear for 119 yards. The other ones, negative yardage. I mean, that shows you it right there. That Shearer has been the main guy for him to be targeting. And the bigger number, 8 carries as a team for 9 yards.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. That's an effective way to do it in this contest. We talked about Santini and what he's been able to do during this stretch. Gino Mazzacco, and we also said, too, about his numbers through 8 games being better than what they were through 11 last season or through 10 last season. He's coming off a quarterback rating of 90 in 5 of the last 6 games, including 142 and 152 in back-to-back weeks, by far playing the best ball of his career. His completion percentage over the last 6 games has been over 55%. He's 64 going into tonight, 64 and 96, which is 66% for 9 touchdowns. Now, he has thrown 3 picks during that stretch, too, but none tonight. But, I mean, he is just at a different level right now than he was a season ago. And his maturation is a big reason why this team, I don't know that I want to see Fort Cherry early on in the playoffs. You're probably going to have to run into him at some point if it is what it is. But I don't think this Neshannock team is being looked at or appreciated enough, and I don't think enough people understand how good he is playing right now and has the ability to put this team on his shoulders and take them a long way.
Yeah, why don't we look at that real quick as we get ready for the second half. By the way, again, that Creative Edge scoring recap where design and construction come together with experience from concept to creation. Give them a call, 724-652-1372 for more information. So the playoffs, again, the way it's going to work in Class 1A, the top 3 teams in each conference make the postseason. 4 more then will get the wild card bids this year. So starting in the Big 7, Neshannock, Laurel, they're in no matter what. The Southside Rochester winner, we'll see if we can get a score on that one. That game tonight, the winner of that one also will be in the playoffs for sure. The loser, probably a good chance that they'll get one of the wild card bids. Black Hills Conference, Fort Cherry, Bishop Canavan, Cornell. Man, they're all great. They're all going to be in almost certainly. Monessen, I believe, had to play Fort Cherry tonight. They're probably in at a 7-3 as a wild card.
Cornell
right?
tonight for third
place.
place.
That's okay. So same scenario. My apologies. So Cornell, Monessen, the winner of that one gets in. Eric, in the Eastern Conference, it's Jeanette who plays Clareton, correct? So that's the one.
No, it's Brentwood.
Brentwood. So Brentwood and
Clareton.
So Brentwood, if they can somehow hang with Clareton, good luck with that. They have a chance of getting a wild card. But Clareton, Leechburg, and GCC are all going to be in. Jeanette, Brentwood, maybe for a 4th spot. And the Tri-County South, we all know about the Tri-County South, has not been strong. Jefferson Morgan, California, they play for the title game tonight. Bentworth, Carmichaels, and West Green all tied for 3rd. I think only one of those make it, which means that you're going to have at least one 5th-place team being able to make it into the playoffs. Question is, what 5th-place team would it end up being? Is it probably Brentwood if they lose to Clareton tonight? Is it Sarah Catholic in the Black Hills Conference? Shenango's going to get their 2nd win tonight. I mean, those are really the options you're going to have to pick from.
8 of the 16 are in, by the way, so it's 8 spots that they're trying to figure out now. 2 of those go to 3rd place, so we'll see what happens. But I think Sarah Catholic probably is the team that's going to get the bid, one of them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I could be wrong about that. The 2 best conferences I think in this 1A bracket are the Black Hills with Monessen, Cornell, and Fort Cherry, and I think obviously the Big 7 is the other one right now.
Clareton and Leechburg are going to be tough outs for sure as well, though. Clareton has only allowed 2 touchdowns all season long. That's a Clareton team kind of similar to what Laurel is right now in terms of only a handful of seniors on the roster, mainly underclassmen. Similar to what Wilmington is up there in District 10. Only 2 seniors on the roster, and right now neither are starting for that Greyhounds team. By the way, Wilmington electing not to play this week as they get ready for their playoffs in District 10 starting the following week as well, following Friday, which is why we love this, getting a local rivalry, actually getting a game being played in this last game of the regular season. The other game that really matters in Class 2A, big time for playoffs, Mohawk leading Riverside 13-0. Same scenario. Winner is 3rd place, automatic bid in the playoffs. Loser probably will still make it into the postseason as well, but you don't want to put it into the hands of the committee, especially when we've never done this before with a true wild card committee and not going on Gardner points or tiebreaker points or anything like that.
No, if you're going to tell me that somebody's going to watch all these games and has watched all these teams, I'll believe it when I see it. So it's you can't leave anything up to chance, and they're simply going to look at schedules. Let's be honest. Nobody has sat down to watch all these teams across the WPIL all season long to figure this out, to have a true eyeball test. Maybe they read clips or they watch highlights or something to see something, but it's really going to come down to they're going to compare schedules. They're going to compare a strength of schedule. I'm sure there's a model somewhere. We need to get somebody on from the committee to try to explain this to us, how they work through this process. I'd love to be in that meeting. And quite frankly, there needs to be a different system. There needs to be a point system so they can just decide it like that, because this wild card, and I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to create the drama. You can't manufacture drama. Drama is a natural occurring event that happens when 2 sides that are not predetermined in any way, shape, or form come together to form it. So to try to manufacture it, not a good thing. That's just my opinion. I'm not so sure that I like this format, but it is what it is. You can't leave it up to chance and trust anybody that says that they've watched all these teams.
I'll trust that Eric Thomas has probably watched more than some of the committee members have
I
at this point.
guarantee I have.
Opening kickoff of the second half, Laurel will get first possession, and it's going to be Colton Carlson on the return, dragging a couple of tacklers across the 25-yard line out to the 27. Let's look again at the starting lineups for Laurel. They're brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Remember, today's winning word is playoffs. That's right, playoffs. Say the winning word playoffs when you go to the Crane Room Grill after the game tonight, and you get a free Crane Chips appetizer. Lucas Santini throwing the football in the first half was 7 of 14 for 116 yards passing and an interception. Team as a whole with just 9 rushing yards. Jackson Sodders getting 3 carries. Miles with a couple carries. Carlson with a couple of carries as well. The offensive line, Mahoney, Fuchs, Medved, Webb, and Wilson. The main participant, Tyler Shearer, 5 catches for 119 yards in the second half. Looks like they're looking that way again over the top and just outside of his outstretched fingers. Need a little more touch on that one, and that might have been a quick reservation for 6, Eric.
See, all night long, Santini has had pressure in his face, and he hasn't had that clean of a pocket to throw the football. It's almost like he doesn't have the rhythm to put that on a rope. That is an easy 6 points right now if they connect. Something that they need. That's the best pocket that he's had all night long. That is what you need to see from Laurel the rest of the way. They have to protect him like that and give him the opportunity to throw the football because they have the guys that can stretch out this Neshannock defense.
And it's been the quote-unquote third option in Shearer, and miscommunication there. Shearer was going deep, and the pass on the hook said, yeah, just out of sync. It's probably the best way to put it right now, Eric.
Didn't even look to his left either because he had J.J. McBride streaking down the field. That was a pass to the right all the way and a quick throw, too. So just a little miscommunication there and timing just off. And Laurel's facing the 3rd and 10 here, not the situation they wanted to be in to start the second half.
You see the scores on your out-of-town scoreboard. Brought to you by Newcastle Transit Authority. They're going your way out-of-town scoreboard. Elwood City about to cap off their 3rd undefeated regular season in program history, leading 46-0 over Beaver Falls. 3-man rush on 3rd and long. Santini's going to step up in the pocket. Someone's spying him, and it's going to be an interception. Again, didn't see the man spying underneath. This time it's Ethan Beeman. First interception of the year for the junior linebacker.
He's looking to throw the ball back across his body that time and try to make the play happen. It's Carlson who's in the middle of the field. You'll see it right here, how he looks that way, has to step up in the face of the 3-man rush. This is tough to throw against, but he's trying to feed that back across. That is a tough throw to make when you're going away from the grain, trying to feed it back to the middle of the field. That is easy pitch and catch for the defense. And you've got to be a little bit smarter than that if you're Lucas Santini, not trying to force that ball back across your body to the middle of the field.
Yeah, and I think, too, kind of, again, not on the same page because he settled down in the zone, did Carlson, and then at the last minute tried to go forward again.
That's their bread and butter. These guys find spaces, and he feeds them, but that time just you can't make that throw across the middle of the field like that.
Not biting on the play fake there was the Lancer defense, and getting gobbled up immediately was Mazzocco on the carry. It's going to be a loss of 3. Gino Mazzocco, 8 of 11 for a $129 and a touchdown in the first half. He also ran for 36 yards. Anthony Aiken over 100 yards on the ground and a touchdown. Ashton Allison, Braden Montgomery are the tight ends. Cubelis, Beeman, and Frasso, the wide receivers. Cubelis, who has the receiving touchdown, are going to fake to him on the jet sweep. Keeper from Mazzocco, and he's got an avenue right up the gut inside the 20. Biggest run of the night for Gino Mazzocco.
Excellent job to sell the outside run. They respect how many playmakers this team has on offense, but it's Mazzocco's ability to look off the defense that time. You got 3 guys in the backfield that are trying to chase after somebody who doesn't get the ball. You're taking 3 defenders away from the middle of the field. You've got one of the fastest players on the field, a shifty runner in Mazzocco. Easy first down that time for the quarterback.
First and goal in the red zone. Handoff number 15 and carries for Aiken, and tripped up, stumbling forward, gets himself inside the 10-yard line. Gain of 9, actually, on that first down carry.
Little off tackle run that time with Montgomery blocking on that side as well. That's one of the first true run plays off the tackle that we've seen tonight. You see that good block there by Montgomery, just sealing off his man. Eakin's got the speed, broke right through that hole. Good run on first down.
Keeper from Mazzocco on 2nd down and 1. He's just going to go right into the pile. That should be enough to move the chains. I keep looking at that left tackle, Connor Flannery, 6'2", 306 pounds. He's a hockey player first?
Yeah, how'd you like to be that on skates?
Well, we'll find out in a few weeks. We're going to get some hockey action. I know our producer, Matt Flannery, is pleased to hear that one for sure. But, yeah, no thank you. No thank you, please.
Yeah, he's a problem blocking guys, and you're trying to get through him. You put that size on skates coming after you full speed. I will pass.
Under center, a little wing T action. They're going to go with the handoff, and somehow they get the handoff to big number 7, Ashton Allison, but he is hit immediately by Casey Wilson for a gain of 1. I believe a flag on the play here as well.
Yeah, Casey Wilson's just so good and so fast. Gets off the block right away and just wraps up Allison and throws him down. He is so good with his hands and so mobile for a dude who is 277 pounds, and he's 5'11", so it's not even like he's got the size to kind of lengthen out that weight. He's shorter, And he's a big guy, but man, is he light on his feet, and he can wrap you up in a hurry.
Dante Canciello's helmet came off. That's why they had to stop play. Santino Suber in there. A little inside handoff, looking with this wing T style offense, looking like Southside or Wilmington out there. Not much room there. Maybe a gain of 1, 3rd down and 5. Trying to change it up a little bit as Cubella's got the carry.
And I still think this is going to be 4-down territory, too, even though they're maybe in the center of the field here. And this might be a bit of a chip shot if there is such a thing for Bender, but I sense that Neshannock feels like this is the knockout punch coming right here, and they want to make sure they make it count.
Allison up the middle. No, fake to him on the wing T. It's Mazzocco still fighting forward. Rugby scrum. He's going to be just short of the goal line. It's going to be 4th down and 1. And I think now right here for sure you're going to try to go for it.
Yeah, now that they're inside the 1-yard line, you have to go for it in this instance. You're going to – it's a win-win situation, James. You're up 13-0. The opposing team's going to have to go 99 yards if you don't get it. This is a no-brainer. You go for the knockout punch right here and make it a 3-score game.
They're going to stay in the wing T set. The wings are Aiken and Cubelis. Ashton Allison as the fullback. Mazzocco taking his time. Handoff. Allison up the gut. He's in there. 3rd rushing touchdown of the year, waiting for the signal. He's certainly in there. There it is. Touchdown for Ashton Allison. Extends the lead, 19-0.
That's a backbreaker, and that's what you do when you're a championship pedigree team. You get the turnover on defense. You make the opposing team pay by going down the field. Good variation of the wing team. We saw that work to a high degree of success against Rochester. This Neshannock offense is almost in a way a chameleon. I mean, they can just change what they do with so many moving pieces and parts in this team that are interchangeable and can do just about everything.
Frasso to hold for the Nick Bender extra point, and it is good. Neshannock 20, Laurel 0, early 3rd quarter. Back in a moment on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
$20-0 your score. While we have a moment, I'll mention again that Chaussee Toss is for the new Chaussee scholarships that are being created with the Lawrence County SportsNet. Remember, any graduating high school senior who plans to go into broadcasting, journalism, or any sort of media is eligible to apply for a scholarship in honor of our longtime colleague and Lawrence County broadcaster, Mark Shaws. For more information on how you can apply or how you can donate to the Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund, visit lcsportsnet.com/scholarship. No room at all on needs returns for Laurel. And how about the arm from the official on the near side? Threw that flag about 35 yards. This one's going to come back on a hold as well. 8 plays, 32 yards after the interception there from Ethan Beeman. That's your Joseph's Market drive summary. Check out the cafe and bakery. Family owned and operated since 1915. Follow them on Facebook to find out what's cooking today.
20 plays and 200 yards on the touchdowns in this game tonight. And, you know, again, goes back to the point that this had the feeling of a game in which possessions were going to be at a premium. And they are. And the problem is the premium is all on Laurel's side right now. They have not been able to establish any kind of offense. A couple of costly turnovers in this game. Now they got to play from behind. You assume they're going to throw the football almost exclusively now the rest of the way.
Yeah, against Southside, they were running it at will. Therefore, it was a quick-moving game. Pump and go here. And they're going to throw it now, just basically throw it away out of the reach of Tony Geiwitz. And It's like Coach Bonjavengo making the catch.
Well, he pump fakes the pump and go. Nobody went deep on the play. Carlson went to the middle of the field, and nobody really went to the outside and up the sideline. That pump and go route has got to be a vertical route in which you're going to try to separate from the defender and hit in stride. And it just looked like, you said it during the break there, that the timing of these throws by Santini early in the second half have just looked a tick off with the receiver, and that's now the fourth one that's done that.
It's Coach Flora, by the way, who made that catch. Santini rolling out right. Again, going to fire it down the field. Double coverage this time, but coming back to it. Did he get the foot in bounds? I think he did. What a catch. Tyler Shearer tiptoeing on the far sideline.
Well, I like the design, too, because you roll out Santini, so you're getting him away from the pressure and a chance to throw the ball and step into the throw to make it up the sideline. That is one heck of a big-time throw by Santini, but the design of that play to roll him out and give him the time to actually step into the throw and not have to worry about the pressure in his face. And how about dropping that thing in a bucket between two defenders?
Have the ball marked on the wrong yard line. They'll get that reset after what was a 36-yard completion. Shearer, 6 catches for $155. You can tell who the hot hand is in terms of getting open against this Lancer secondary.
Yeah, they've neutralized Carlson big time in this game. And Shearer's been the man that stepped up and said, you know what, we need that option. I'll give it to you.
3 touches for -1 yards for Carlson, and this one out of his range as well. Bazzacco just locked down over the top, and you had some help with Aiken defensively there too.
Yeah, Gino Mazzacco has done an excellent job tonight, not only running the show on offense, but defensively, something we haven't seen him do a lot of in his last couple of seasons, but he has been step for step. It is tough to separate from him. He is one of the fastest players on the field. He understands what a quarterback's going to do because he is one. He's also an athlete, so when you put the athlete out there trying to beat him one-on-one, he has the ability to stay step for step with your best player.
Yeah, Laurel likely going to be in these 4 wide receiver sets all game, but they're going to run out of it, and the best run of the game, but a huge hit there from Ashton Allison after a 4-yard pickup from Saunders.
You try to spread them out so you open up some running lanes, and that time Allison stepping up to make the hit, just rocking Saunders. This offensive line hasn't gotten much momentum, but if you can spread this defense out a little bit, you might be able to keep Neshannock a little honest and run the football here and there and mix it in with the pass.
8 for 20 for 152 yards now is Santini. 3rd down, call it 6 to go. Play action. Had Carlson open for a moment over the middle. Now flushed out of the pocket, having to extend the play. Nifty move to get around one defender. He's going to be just short of the first down. It'll depend on the spot. That's again a pretty good spot. This is going to be close there, Eric.
See, I like that because he didn't try to force anything down the field. That's a smart play by Santini to pick up what he can. You're probably going to go for it on 4th down regardless. It looks like they're about half a football short. Looks like the nose of the ball is just about to touch the line they need to gain.
Yeah, need to get basically on the other side of that 37-yard line is all they're going to do, and they're going to line up in a pistol set. That's now going to go in motion under center and do a quarterback sneak. Nifty move, slick move there as Colton Carlson will get the 2 yards he needs.
But see, that's all set up because Santini decided not to force anything down the field. It was well covered on that 3rd down, and he decided to tuck and run knowing that he could probably get about 5 yards, which is what he got, and keeps the drive alive, doesn't force anything. Really don't need to say it any more than this, but this is a must drive. I mean, it was a must-have when it was 13-0. It is really a must-have right now, and they're doing their part to try to keep it alive.
Handoff, no room whatsoever for Jackson Saunders. A yard, that's it. The rushing game, it's just incredible. Got him for 23 rushing yards on 12 carries here in this ballgame. Mohawk just doubled their advantage over Riverside. Big game there up in Bessemer. Early 4th quarter in that one. Mohawk now with a 20-6 advantage over the Panthers. 2 receivers each way on 2nd and 9. Good pocket for Santini. Near side wide open. Geiwitz with the catch. Inside the 20, spins out of bounds just outside of the 15-yard line. Tony Geiwitz making the catch.
Take a look at it here again. What do you notice again, too? It's a clean pocket that keeps Sodders home to for the extra blocker. Geiwitz goes into a space. No defender able to step up to the play. Good, easy big catch with Santini and his receiver, but all set up because he's got a clean pocket and time to throw, and a good job to keep the running back there for the extra block.
How about this? Only the 3rd catch of the year for the freshman. Big one there. Gets Laurel inside the red zone. That's Carlson, the man in motion. Now in slot left. Blitz up the middle. Nowhere to go. Ashton Allison. If he didn't make the hit, next man coming through would have done the job as well. Just too many coming to be able to block.
Yeah, that's a problem. And they haven't been able to block this Neshannock defense for the most part this entire game. They just have too much speed. They have too much power to push their way up front. This Laurel offensive line has been worn down, constant pressure. And, James, they're getting there in some cases with 3 down linemen. They've played a lot of 3 down linemen in this second half already, and they're getting home. That is not a good sign.
Good screen set up here for Sodders. Cuts inside. He's going to get back close to the original line of scrimmage, actually down to the 15-yard line. Good pickup. Gets it back. Gain of 10. I like the screen pass to try to slow down the rush, Eric.
Well, I do too, and you see it again here. 3 down linemen, so they're dropping 8. So it's a well-designed play because you can beat that 8-man dropping back. They still almost got to Santini with 3, though. That is a problem up front if you cannot block 3 guys with 5 linemen across the front.
And you're not too worried about it because you're kind of letting them through, but still, that was almost too easy.
But they know, too, James, that if all they have to do is just show a shred of pressure against him, even with 3 down linemen, and try to force him to throw the ball, it's not going to work if you're dropping 8. He's had problems against his defense in the second half. Here they come again.
Yeah, Santini's going to change coverage. Had cover 0, and no one on the outside was Geiwitz. If he had looked inside, there was no one in the center of the field. Tried to change the play. He saw it, but couldn't adjust to the right play, Eric.
No, that was a tough ask that time for Santini, who got leveled on the play.
Yeah.
Was slow to get up, but again, they're getting home with that. And what they've done with this 3-man front that's been a problem, too, is you'll see them delay the blitz. And the guy that they're delaying this thing with, it doesn't matter who it is. If they're bringing one of the 8 up in a delayed blitz, it's one of the fastest players on the field. They don't have true linebackers and true secondary guys. They're just all skill guys with speed that are back there defending.
Going for it on 4th down, and actually they're going to call a timeout first on 4th down and 7. The Ponchos Insurance timeout. Big shout out again to Dan Ponchos, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings. Give them a call and get started here today.
You know, I think back to last year's state championship game in single A with Fort Cherry and Steelton High Spire. And, you know, Steel High has been a perennial champion in the state of Pennsylvania. Single A, they're one of the best teams historically ever. Had a nice run there at the end of the aughts, and then they picked one up last year too. But what they did in that game against Fort Cherry last year, their defense, not a very big roster. They only had 26 guys on the roster last year. All physical, all fast as heck, all got pressure, and could their secondary lock guys down. And if you're going to beat Fort Cherry in the tournament coming up here, and we're a long way away from even getting to that point.
Yeah.
I understand that. But if you're going to beat anybody that has the potency on offense like a Canevin or a Fort Cherry or somebody like that, you're going to have to do exactly what this Neshannock team is doing defensively tonight. You're going to have to mix and match your defense. You're going to have to delay your blitz, try to get home with 3, throw your athletes out there, let them cover, and make life difficult for the quarterback. They've done an excellent job of that tonight.
Neshannock asking their Lunatics to get loud for this 4th down and 8. Blitz on the far side, and it's had a man open, but the back shoulder throw just a little bit too far behind. Again, the blitz just causing the missed time.
Watch this on the replay off the edge. There's a delayed blitz coming and a pullback that Santini is going to see, and that's what makes him force the throw. He rushed that throw ever so slightly because he thought somebody was coming from his left, and they pulled back just at the last minute to throw him off. The timing on this defense is so good right now, and they are playing at such a high level. They are in the head of this stud quarterback on the other end for Laurel and confusing the heck out of him. He senses blitz almost every time he drops back, even when he has a clean pocket.
Well, who do you trust in terms of setting up your defense? Coach Michael Bongiorvengo? It's his father who is the defensive coordinator. That's Frank Bongivengo Jr. All three generations part of this Neshannock coaching staff, Grandpa being the Bongivengo of Frank Bongivengo Field out at Shenango. So you got three generations of head coaches here in the county that have all done it at a pretty high level.
Well, and I mean, the level of communication at that point, the trust in one another. You know, you grow up under somebody who coaches and does it very well at a high level, and then you become the man to do that, and you have that resource to rely on. I mean, you can't ask for a better setup. I'm telling you, this Neshannock team, there's something completely different about them compared to last year. It's how physical they are, how fast they are, how conditioned they are, and how well they are calling a game right now. It's just different than what they were a year ago.
Calling his own number on 1st and 15 is Gino Mazzacco, and he's going to get exactly that, 15 to move the chains. 11 carries for 71 yards for the junior quarterback, 129 yards passing as well. They've not put the ball in the air here in the second half yet.
Yeah, they haven't needed to. That's the key thing. And you can mix and match with Edworthy and Eakin and run these wing T variations with Allison. I mean, there's so many options they can go to with the ball.
I'll leave it to the former Westminster College offensive coordinator to find lots of different wrinkles in his offense. Wing T to punch it in the end zone on the last possession. Back to more traditional here as Aiken comes up a little bit hobbled after a 3-yard gain. Edworthy will check back in.
You know, James, last year when they played Beaver Falls in the playoffs, we had seen that Beaver Falls team a handful of times during the season, and each time that we saw them, they looked like a team that was going to put it all together and go on a run, and they did. You never felt like that Neshannock was going to win that playoff game here last season. I'll finish that here in a sec.
Edworthy floats out of the backfield after Mazzacco extends the play. He's going to get the catch. He's going to get the first down. It's his first catch of the year.
Keeping the play alive with his eyes, with his feet, with his arm. Doing a good job to extend and shed the block. Then you got somebody coming back in there, Flannery, to make a huge play. Nobody goes with Edworthy. A good floater up the sideline. And there's a talented freshman. You never felt like they were going to win that game last year because that Beaver Falls team was just at its peak. And you felt like maybe a week before that or 2 weeks before that when they played Mohawk, that was Neshannock's peak. Not the case this year.
Mazzacco peaking at the right time as well. You called it that he would be calling his own number a little bit more here in the second half.
This team has gotten better and better and better every single week the last 6 weeks of this season, to a level now that I honestly feel like I'm not sure they can lose a game right now.
Edworthy out after that was, I'd say, his 6th catch of the season. Aiken back in, 2-yard pickup. We've seen both running backs come out of the game at times a little hobbled, but they're going to gut it out. And when you have two guys who are running it as effectively as they are, and obviously the quarterback running it as well, you don't have to worry about putting the wear and tear of 25 carries.
You can shorten the game, too. You can put a lot of pressure on Laurel to make plays happen. That allows your defense to be more comfortable and tee off, take some chances themselves.
And they snap this with 20 seconds on the play clock. They go quickly every time as well. Montgomery comes back to the football and makes a catch down inside the 10-yard line.
James, this is, and that's a great throw by Mazzacco and a great adjustment by Montgomery to make the catch. We've said this how many times tonight about Mazzacco keeping the play alive with his eyes. He is looking downfield the entire time. He is throwing his guy open, and Montgomery's high-pointing that ball. He's just looking at him the whole time. The defender's got to look at Montgomery, and Mazzacco's looking at him too, basically telling him with his eyes, I'm putting it right here, you go get it.
Came in with 7 catches on the year. That was his 4th. He's now over 100 yards through the air. Mazzacco getting close to a 100 performance after that carry down to about the 6-yard line.
Montgomery 6'2", Beeman 6'2", Cubelis pushes 6 foot, Allison 6'2". I mean, he's got the weapons. He can throw these balls up in the air for and tell him to high point it and go get it.
They're going to let the clock wind down to the end of the third quarter. It's all Lancers here tonight at Bob Legge Stadium. 1 quarter remaining here on senior night. We'll be back in a moment. 20-0, Neshannock leads the Big 7 Conference Championship here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
Game with
Fourth quarter coming your way, 12 minutes on the clock, 20-0 your score line. It's been all Neshannock here tonight, Eric. It feels like whatever they want to do with the football, they've been able to do it.
Yeah, they've just executed. They've called a great game, both offensively and defensively. They mixed everything up. They've trusted Gino Mazzacco to make plays. They've trusted the running game. They've gotten their weapons involved. The skill side, their defense has been able to tee off, get a ton of pressure on Lucas Santini, and this team right now, James, is humming. I'm telling you, if you are underselling them in this upcoming WPIL tournament, don't.
It's one of the few mistakes they've made, getting moving a little bit too early there on 2nd and 5. Will make it 2nd down and 10. Penalties about the one thing that you could probably be a little critical about them here tonight, if anything. That's their 8th penalty of the contest for 60 yards.
And that's going to change. They'll clean that up during the week, but you know, the other thing that I think benefits this team, because again, they're playing. They keep. It's like every week you look at them and they're better and better. They haven't even quite hit their peak yet, I don't think. I like the fact that they're going to have to come right back next week and not have a week off.
Zone read, RPO for a Cubelis touchdown. It's going to come back. I think one of the linemen may have gone downfield too early. Perfectly well done on the RPO, but the lineman moved downfield a bit too quickly there, Eric. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate penalty to negate the touchdown, but good call that time. These linemen have been so active at getting out there and throwing blocks, just a little too much downfield that time, and that's going to happen in those tight situations, those tight windows. Those linemen have to kind of trust their gut and understand where the quarterback is, sort of listen for him behind him. They're not really going to be able to keep a good eye on him.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, college teams have trouble with that RPO sometimes. You got to think like it's going to be a pass for a half second and then go downfield, and that time one of the linemen just pushed forward immediately to get to the next level. So instead of 2nd and 5, it's now down to 2nd and 15. Aiken kind of ran to the back of his own man. It's going to be 3rd down and long. Call it 3rd and 13 here. Early 4th quarter, Neshannock has been in control.
Now they have from start to this point, and again, just the execution on the field, whatever they've dialed up defensively, offensively, everything has clicked for them tonight, just performing at such a high level right now.
Jeffrey Measle, the lone receiver near side, are going for the 6-5 on the jump ball against Geiwitz, and he's got it, but a flag in the end zone as well.
Well, if they get this call correct, this is going to be defensive pass interference. He made the adjustment to come back to the ball, and I'm not so sure that he got away with one as much as there was contact a little bit over the top.
We're going to check it out on the LCAP instant replay. Celebrations muted. It looks like this one is going to be coming back. Yeah, offensive pass interference.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, take a look at it again.
I think you don't see much of the contact on the replay there, but watching the route, all he did was basically turn and shield his body away to be able to make the catch.
Yeah, it looked like he was just boxing out. He had the position. I agree. I think the flag probably should have stayed in the pocket on that one. So 15-yard penalty for pass interference on offense.
And there wasn't any pass interference defensively either. So, I mean, let's be clear about that.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
If there was anything, it was going to be over the top because he had shielded the defender to come back to get the ball.
Well, you talked about the tall receivers, and I was just about to mention them. They went right to him. I want to see him do it again. 3rd down, call it 3rd and 28 from the 29. Mazzacco. Buying time, and now fires it over the middle of the field. It's going to be coming back to it and making the catch. Why not on 3rd and 28? Anthony Aiken.
James, this is all, and he is hurt on the play, Gino Mazzacco. This is all Gino Mazzacco on this throw. Look at this, keeping the play alive. Again, he looks to his left. There's nobody there. He comes back to his right and then finds a streaking Eakin. He makes that contact with him and looks him into the route and says, I'm going to lead you with my eyes. I'm going to throw it there with my arm, and you're going to go get it. But the brilliance of Mazzacco to look to his left and get that defense to shift over there, and then knowing out of the corner of his eye the field vision to have Eakin on that side of the field and just give him one quick look on the route, and boom, touchdown.
9-play, 85-yard drive. Mazzacco was just a cramp as he was on the far sideline, made it back to the hashes before he went down. Cramp, he's stretched out. Shout out Barb Kennard, best trainer here in Lawrence County. She's been here the longest at least, so we'll give her credit for that. Out there in a hurry, and Neshannock, even when things going wrong, 4 penalties there inside the 10-yard line. They still somehow find a way to put it in the end zone.
Well, when you have that guy at quarterback, those things are going to happen. I mean, he is on another planet right now.
Nick Bender puts it up and good. Gives us a chance to give you another shout out to Specialty Cookies by Lori Heights. Special points team, every special teams point this year, I'll get it right eventually, scored on our broadcast this year. Specialty Cookies will be making a contribution to the Mark Shaw Scholarship Fund. Thanks again to the Heights family and for their support of the new Chauncey Scholarships here at lcsportsnet.com. 27-0 early fourth quarter. Back in a moment at lcsportsnet.com.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madore and David Verratti want to provide you with the level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Neshannock certainly with the edge here tonight, 27-0 after the 29-yard touchdown reception, Anthony Aiken on 3rd and 28. Neshannock in control. In fact, they've scored, Eric, on 4 of their last 5 drives. The one that they didn't score, 4 of the last 6 drives. They ended up a turnover on downs and then ending the half at about the 12-yard line. Beyond that, man, their defense has basically been unstoppable.
Yeah, it really has. And I can't get over Gino Mazzacco and what he's been able to do from that quarterback position. He is a completely different player than he was 365 days ago. And his maturation and his ability to look off guys and sell defenses with his eyes and then just quick look the other way and communicate with a receiver non-verbally is...
Here's something that hasn't happened very often. A catch by someone not named Tyler Shearer. Colton Carlson's going to get the first down. Only his 2nd catch and only his 5th offensive touch as Neshannock has shut him down for the most part this evening. Good job to get him on a little quick hitter on this out route. While we have a moment, one of the best things you have about Lawrence County SportsNet, you can be watching anytime. You can watch the archive, and you can watch anywhere. Good morning in Bangkok. Tuning in right now, watching the Lancers and the Spartans. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Throw over the middle of the field. Nice sliding catch. Colton Carlson, back-to-back receptions. Putting that one right in the middle of 4 defenders. Perfect pass, really, from Santini there.
Who is watching in Bangkok?
Mr. Menz is watching in Bangkok. Rob does a lot of traveling, but we appreciate his support. I think he was going to miss a conference championship game. You're sorely mistaken. So completions of 12 and 19 yards. Now a keeper for Santini up the middle. There were 3 defenders in the backfield. One with the running back, one with Carlson. The third one able to drag Santini down from behind, but not until he picked up 5 yards.
8:05 in the morning in Bangkok, by the way. A little coffee and some high school football from halfway across the world.
Sounds pretty good to me. You hope you got plenty of yours for your drive home after tonight's game.
There'll be plenty of coffee flowing, my friend. I can guarantee you that.
Got to get the coffee flowing. We'll be up and at 'em early. 2 volleyball matches tomorrow. We'll have coverage at lcsportsnet.com. Elwood City traveling to Quaker Valley, and Neshannock hosting against Burrell. Trying to go far sideline. That's going to be a flag as impeding the progress of Carlson was the Lancers defender.
Yeah, good textbook call that time. Trying to shield off. You're not allowed to shield off like that. Pass interference. You can box out or shield off as a receiver as long as you don't contact the defender, but you are not allowed to do that as a defender. And that is the right call that time. And see if Laurel can actually put something together here and get on the board finally. Still have to feel good for Brian Cooper's team. I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs. They're probably going to get a really tough draw. You know, we look at this bracket and Clareton's lurking there, Fort Cherry's lurking there. I mean, they might run into one of them earlier than they want to, but hey, you can't go where you want to go unless you try to get through the best. So they're going to have to do that early in the playoffs, likely.
Santini looking for Shearer, but over his head and incomplete. And that's the question that the committee's going to have to figure out. This is a very deceiving Laurel record, and this is where you hope that the committee has done their homework, because Laurel's going to be 5-5, barring a miraculous comeback here. 5 straight games won in the conference. There are 4 non-conference losses, though. Elwood City in overtime, who just completed an
should have won the game, too.
Yeah, probably should have. Yeah. You're right. And that's an undefeated team for the first time in a long time, only 3rd time ever. Mohawk, great team in AA, a 5-point loss. Riverside, a playoff team in 2A, a 2-point loss. And Bishop Canavan, one of their best all-around games of the year, actually. Lost 48-23, but played very well against them early in the year. It's going to be a question where you seed these guys. Nice catch down to shoestrings by Jack Miles, trying to drag his way to the end zone. Did he get there in time? He did not. One official looked like he was ready to put the arms up in the air. The other one said, nope, he's down at the 1.
Well, and this is where I need an explanation on how this committee, it's a good throw by Santini, good low, and have your receiver catch. The receiver can't make a play on it. But this is where I need an explanation on how this committee works, because with the amount of teams in the WPIL, you're telling me that people have watched these teams all season long.
Colton Carlson taking the snap for the QB sneak. Again, no signal there. It finally is. Touchdown Spartans with 8:39 remaining. Laurel finally on the board, capping off a 6-play scoring drive. Colton Carlson rushing touchdown number 5 on the season.
Yeah, good sense of urgency on that drive and making Neshannock pay for the pass interference penalty, and just a good-looking drive by Laurel. They finally get on the board. It's going to be a little too late, but for them, build on it for next week. Now, to go back to the point here, again, I need an explanation, because you're right. They're going to look at this team and see a 5-5 team that finished in 2nd place, and I guarantee you, unless they're going on our feed and watching some of these broadcasts and listening to some of our previews where we can extensively get into the crux of what this team has done, how do you judge what this team has done? Did anybody on that committee see the Elwood City game?
And I know it was week 0, but that still matters.
That's a non-conference game that I think, you know, we said it that night at that game, that they showed some toughness, some fight, should have won the game. I mean, if not for, you know, a questionable call and an extra point, they do win the game. It's that simple. How much different is their season if they beat Elwood City and then Elwood City runs the table?
Yeah.
How much different is their season if they beat Mohawk the next week when Santini went absolutely nuts and threw for almost 400 yards in that game? These are the things that they have to go and watch to understand what this team is. They have to study this team and understand, hey, this is a lot tougher of a team than it was a season ago. This is a better team than it was a season ago. This is a quarterback who is playing some of his best football and some of his best high school sports of his career at any sport right now. These are all things you got to factor in. And I just, until I understand and have a full in-depth understanding of how they're doing this. Do not trust that everybody is going to do their homework on all these teams.
Gina Mazzocca, the lone man deep as they were in a safety for an onside kick. Bobbles it, grabs it, gets back out to the 25-yard line. 8:30 remaining in the contest. Neshannock 27-7. Maya Jarrett on that extra point, by the way, punching that one in. She's now 21 of 26 on PATs on the year. You look at the Riverside game where they had a couple of chances to win it late with a field goal and could not put it in. And at that point, it was just so rough that start of the year, 0-4, but then they find a way to get a couple of wins. They start with a win against Rochester in a hard-fought game. How about Rochester improving as the year has gone on? Northgate a 7-0 game, and then big-time offensive performances against Summit, Shenango, and Southside.
Yeah, not sure that everybody's going to appreciate that Rochester game then like you should now, because that Rochester team has certainly played better football down the stretch.
Ethan Beeman getting that catch. I'll have to try to get a score update on that one. 12-yard pickup for Beeman, as Mazzocca has now made 5 completions in a row and is over 200 passing yards on the year.
And that, by the way, is an open invite to anybody in that committee that wants to come on and tell us how they put this thing together. I am willing to listen to you, and I want to give you the benefit of the doubt for sure.
One of the rare miscues for Neshannock. Second time that they have sacked Mazzocca tonight. Give credit in there, Jack Miles as well. I believe that was I'm not sure who the second player was. I don't have that number on my roster.
It's like it was Medved.
58, yeah. 58, okay.
Remember, he switched the numbers.
I have that marked, and I'll tell you what, Coach was laughing at me during pregame when we were talking about that. I even have it marked up there. What am I doing? Second down and long, handoff to Aiken up the middle, back to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be third down, about 11 to go. Coming up after the game, we'll have our Tri-County Principals post-game show. We'll break down this one, get you the rest of the scores from across Lawrence County. Again, we're going to try to get you that Southside score, the other big one going on, Southside against Rochester, the Rams battle for third place here in the Big 7.
Yeah, a little bit of emphasis now in this playoff format to make sure you handle your business. And this Neshannock team, after that setback to Elwood City, certainly has.
Mazzocca steps up, floats it over the top, trying to one-hand it was Aiken. It's going to fall incomplete. And how about this, a 3-and-out, so Laurel not out of the picture yet.
Now let's see if they come back with the sense of urgency that they had on that last drive. And, you know, you can switch things up here offensively, maybe go to a little bit more of a hurry-up offense or a quick huddle style and spread the field out. Would also help if they got a solid return off this punt, too.
High snap. Good job by Ashton Allison to boot it away, as he does for the first time tonight, but it's off the side of his foot. Second punt of the night, I should say. It's only going to be about a 20-yard punt, though. 6:43 left, still time.
They're going to have just over half a field to go here. So let's see Laurel come back here with a little sense of urgency and push the ball and push the tempo here and cut this thing down to 2 touchdowns. This is not impossible when you have the arm of Lucas Santini and the weapons that they have and the ability to spread the field. This is not out of the question that they could make this a little tighter than Neshannock wants it to be.
Officially a 19-yard boot. And the way that they can pass the ball, Eric, they can score quickly. They can score in bunches. Santini with trips to the right will drop back. He's looking down the other way, though, lofting it down the field behind the defense, and a half dive couldn't quite get it in off the fingertips. On that far sideline was Carlson.
It's a good job by Dom Kubelis in coverage. That was Tony Geiwitz. Yeah, Geiwitz, but just a great throw by Santini. It was not rushed. They tried to get home with 3 once again. Neshannock did defensively, and the pocket was clean enough for him to step into the throw. Just couldn't lead the receiver a little further down the field to make that play work. But I like trying to take the lid off the defense early, and now maybe they can come back with something a little more intermediate in the middle of the field here on second down and then try to play third down.
Santini gets blasted. Braden Montgomery, and he's fighting like the ball is loose there. It looks like, no, he is ruled down on the play. Never saw Montgomery coming off the edge, and he registers sack number 3 on the year.
Yeah, and there's just tight coverage here. What they did was, again, drop the 8 guys. Everybody, for the most part, staying in front of the receivers that are going deep. You see it there on the back end of the screen. And Santini did not have enough time to try to look somebody open and maybe adjust the route. And Montgomery, with too much speed off the edge, was able to get home for the sack. That pressure was going to eventually get to him and eventually sack him. It's been disruptive and not totally all the way home for the sack tonight. That time it was, and that's just a byproduct of continuing to get after him and wear them down.
They have to hurry up. They snap the ball with 1 on the play clock. Sets up the screen to Saunders, but there's just red shirts there first. Ethan Bayman tackles him after a short gain. When they're dropping in coverage, they're dropping into a zone right there, and the screen pass not working as a result because everybody's watching them.
Everything is in front of him, and that's just an excellent job by Coach Bonjavengo and the defense to draw that up. There's nowhere to go. It's 4-down territory. They're going to have to go for it regardless. And this defense, I love the idea of the rush 3 and drop 8 and try to get home with 3 guys. They have speed on the edge. They got a big fella in the middle. And this zone defense, when they're dropping the 8, is just absolute lockdown right now.
3-man rush again on 4th down. Freshman trying to get off the edge. Throw to Carlson. He's going to catch it, but he's short of the sticks. He's fighting still and nearly gets there, Eric. He's going to be just a yard short. Credit Carlson. Got 12, but he needed that 13th yard. It's going to be a turnover on downs.
Tried to fight that, but again, because 3 guys can converge on the stop, you see it right there. 1, 2, and 3 all stepping up. Mazzocco along with Faso. Because they can bring that extra guy down to help and assist on the tackle, and he's there quick enough, that didn't allow him to shake free for the extra yardage.
So turnover on downs at the 45-yard line with 4:50 remaining. Neshannock 3 and out, followed by a Laurel 4 and out.
You know, you're so used at the high school level, so many teams defensively play a 4-4. And it's 3 guys. A lot of them now have gone to that hybrid safety where they can drop one of the linebackers back and basically have a 4-man defensive backfield. But that's it. This Neshannock team, what they have done, they've gotten a little bit more exotic, and they've mixed things up, but they've got so many athletes that are out there playing those positions that it's almost impossible to try to fit a ball in there when they drop those 8 guys.
There's a pre-snap penalty here. It's either going to be motion or illegal formation. I think too many in the backfield. 5 in the backfield. The penalties is definitely something that they're going to have to clean up. That's going to be penalty number 12 for 88 yards. A lot of them of the pre-snap variety, definitely more than any coach would want to see, especially in a Week 10 game. Week 0, maybe, but not Week 10.
Nah, and again, it'll clean itself up. I mean, they will have a week to work on this again. They'll go back to the film. They'll watch it, and I'm sure that they'll get adjusted with it. But I keep thinking about this defense for Neshannock and with these 8 guys dropping back, and what so many teams do not do at this level, especially at the single A level where the rosters are so spread thin sometimes. You don't have the ability to play defense like that. You don't have enough athletes to do it.
Talk about athletes. Anthony Aiken having himself a game. The junior on senior night dragging more tacklers for a 20-yard gain. 20 carries now for a $142. He's also got a touchdown on the ground and through the air. Talk about a potential MVP insurance MVP of the game here. About 4.5 minutes away from making that decision.
Now, and he's been staying relatively fresh tonight. Haven't had to rely on him too much to carry the ball. I mean, he's mixed it in, but not overdone it in terms of amount of carries, and he's fresh. And this front for Laurel is, as hard as they continue to play, they are just getting worn down by this offensive front for Neshannock.
Low snap, and even when it's not a great run, kind of losing his footing there, still falls forward like he's sliding into second base for a 4-yard carry. And here's the other thing, too, you want to keep in mind. You were talking about the playoff picture and Laurel probably having a tough draw. They're the number 2 team out of probably the number 2 conference in terms of difficulty. Laurel should, I know the record, again, is deceiving at 5-5. They should have a home playoff game, Eric.
Well, but this is where, again, I need an explanation on how this is put together. I agree with you, but
Mazzocco on the keeper on this zone read. fights forward, will get another Lancer first down. About 20 first downs on the night now for Neshannock as well.
And how many between run and pass?
Only one by penalty, I'll say that. Unofficially, Mazzocco, 218 in the air and another 90 yards on the ground. Aiken, handoff number 22 for him, trying to get to the edge, stiff arm against the freshman, and he's going to get down close to the 20-yard line. Parada tangled up with Carlson at the end of the play. That's a 6-yard gain. The only thing that's wrong, the clock stops momentarily for the Lancers. But they're about to finish off a 9-1 regular season. One of the best seasons in Neshannock history. Again, 13 years ago, Neshannock, one of the laughingstocks really in terms of high school football. Just not many playoff experiences. In fact, they at one point had, before Coach Mazzocco got here, they only had 4 playoff appearances. First 5 years of Coach Mo, they already had more than that. Union, how about this? 30-0 over New Brighton, expanding in the fourth quarter. They are going to make a case that they could be in consideration a 3-win team getting a 2-way wild card.
Certainly one of the tougher schedules that they've played non-conference. You would like to have seen Union, I think, win one of those non-conference games. They had a really good shot to beat Mohawk, and boy, that would have been damaging for Mohawk had they done that, but just couldn't keep it together for 4 quarters. But at the end of the season, they were able to pick up some wins, and we'll see what their fate is.
Only one other time in the last 13 years has Neshannock had a undefeated regular season. They're going to get as close as they can here tonight. Chino Mazzocco going to get as close as he can to the end zone, down inside the 15-yard line. Give him another 17 yards and another 100-100 performance. 218 through the air, 107 on the ground.
And I don't think he gets enough credit for statistically what he's done. And, you know, you see those guys like Matt Sieg, and obviously he deserves a lot of praise for what he's done. He's going to be one of the greatest statistical quarterbacks ever in Wpial history. But this young man's starting to, and has been building a resume of his own that's pretty impressive.
Aiken stood up there by Miles and Wilson. Kind of a combination wrestling move from the 2 Spartan wrestlers. Gain of 1. Clock just winding down on the 2024 regular season.
We never did find our banana, did we?
No, I don't think we did.
He's out there, I'm telling you.
Well, glad that players ate bananas and we avoided cramps for the most part here in the second half. I was worried about it with how cool it was going to be getting tonight. Talk about a perfect night, though, for high school football, especially a great finale like this.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better setting. And, you know, this Laurel team for next week is going to have to get back to some basics. And I want to see them next Friday in their playoff game run the football, be physical up front, take some pressure off Lucas Santini, because I think the blueprint for what you might need to do against him defensively is there.
Victory formation for the Lancers. 1 kneel, and that will do it. MAC champions in 2A a year ago. They dropped down to 1A, finish off a 9-1 regular season, and they defeat Laurel here tonight 27-7. The Neshannock Lancers are the Big 7 conference champions.
Just an excellent, complete performance by this team. They were executing at a high level on offense, executing at a high level on defense. Gino Mazzocco, tremendous tonight. A lot of players get involved, but the way that they were able to mix their play calling on offense and the way they were able to bring some of their pressure on defense and the rushing 3 and dropping 8 and the adjustments made there, just a complete performance by a team that continues to not even get to its peak yet. I don't think we've seen the best football from this Neshannock team just yet.
Conference champion Neshannock Lancers, they defeat Laurel 27-7. We'll recap it on the Tri-County Principals postgame show when we return on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP.
For the most complete recap of Friday night's high school football action, tune in on your way home from the game to the WPIAL Scoreboard Show, only here on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Hi, this is Don Rebel. Join me in a cast of thousands for all the scores with recaps from the top games, plus we highlight the night on the Trib Live Roundtable. That's the WPIAL Scoreboard Show after the game on Friday nights on the Trib Live High School Sports Network and at tribhssn.triblive.com.
Looking for a unique way to expand your business? Advertise on the Lawrence County SportsNet and be seen by thousands of viewers in the area and around the country on over 100 broadcasts each year. Visit lcsportsnet.com and click Advertise with LCSN.
I love what I do because coming in every day is different.
How can you not enjoy these kids coming up and hugging you and giving you these great smiles all throughout the day?
You guys ready? Seeing the progress that our kids make every single day is one of the reasons I love coming to school.
What should we do? We have fun.
LCAP Early Learning Centers is hiring. Help empower young minds in Lawrence County and become a superhero today. Apply at lcap.org.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need it. They use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County.
Tri-County Principals post-game show, Neshannock 27, Laurel 7 here in the Big 7 Conference Championship game. Let's get right into the scoring recap. Dom Cubelis, a 15-yard touchdown on 3rd and 13 on the second drive of the game. Beautiful pass to the back corner of the end zone to get that score and take the early lead. That was late in the first quarter. They would get another touchdown on the very next possession. Quickly down the field, and a big hitter, Anthony Aiken, right up the middle, outrunning all the defenders for a 49-yard score. Made it 13-0 Neshannock. That actually was after a long drive, 10-play drive for Laurel that ended on downs. Laurel's next possession, an interception late in the first half. They're not able to do much with it. They drive down on the following possession down to the 12-yard line, does Neshannock, but unable to punch it into the end zone. They took a 13-0 lead at the half. Third quarter, first possession, an interception on third down for Laurel. Neshannock capitalizes right into the red zone. They go into the wing tee. It took them 4 plays on the 6-yard line, but Ashton Allison punches it in from 1 yard out after Anthony Beeman's interception made it 20-0 early third quarter, and Neshannock would pile it on from there. Anthony Aiken on what was a 2nd and goal from the 5-yard line got pushed back after a couple of touchdowns called back from penalty. Zacco extends the play and to his right, throws it on the run, finds Anthony Aiken at the goal line, puts it in from 29 yards out, made it 27-0 Lancers. Laurel able to get one score in the fourth quarter on the ensuing drive. A 1-yard quarterback sneak from Colton Carlson to round out the scoring here tonight. Final score, 27-0. Laurel defeated by Neshannock. Both will be in the playoffs, though, next week. We got one last break to come, and then when we get back, we will get your MVP Insurance MVP of the game and your Mainly Chiropractic Play of the Game here at lcsportsnet.com, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in Neshannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com Score big at the Red Zone.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Madore and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenia Leopold or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
From high school to the pros and everything in between, you're listening to City View Sportscast, part of the iMedia One network.
Laurel teachers support all of our athletes
on and off the field.
Firefly Solar is a proud sponsor of LC SportsNet. From our regional business partnership to our community benefits agreement with local schools, Firefly Solar is dedicated to being an outstanding neighbor and beacon of economic support for the Lawrence County community. Let's create a stronger energy infrastructure while preserving the agricultural beauty of Lawrence County. Visit fireflysolarpa.com for more info about the Firefly Solar project. Firefly Solar, creating a brighter future in Lawrence County.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud.
Does your blueprint not match the vision of your building project? Not with Creative Edge Architecture. From concept to creation, Jeff Measle will help tackle the complex problems, creating design solutions and construction experience. Creative Edge gives you the edge design and construction meet.
Congratulations to our September LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Elwes City Boys Golf as the September LCAP Team of the Month after finishing 15-0 undefeated in the regular season for the first time since 1979. Congratulations to Coach Sam Berry and the Elwes City Golf Team, our September LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Neshannock's tennis double duo Giada Capabianco and Maddie Arrow as the September Red Zone Female Athletes of the Month after winning the Sections Championship. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Wilmington's Santino Toscano as the September Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for winning the District 10 Championship in golf. Congratulations and best of luck to Neshannock's Maddie Arrow and Giada Capabianco and Wilmington's Santino Toscano, the September Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Joseph's Marketplace is Newcastle's favorite family-owned hometown grocery store and coffee shop. Fresh meats and produce, full-line deli, homemade foods, and much more. Joseph's Marketplace has hot foods prepared every day. They also have Newcastle favorites like grape leaves, hummus, and wedding soup available daily. Follow Joseph's Marketplace on Facebook and Instagram for daily updates or stop in to see what's cooking each day. Come hang out at the brand new cafe and bakery, full of great coffee, drinks, sandwiches, snacks, sweets, and free Wi-Fi. In a rush? Go to josephsnc.com and place your cafe order online. Joseph's Marketplace, family owned and operated since 1915.
Back here at Bludgy Stadium, Eric Thomas with you on the postgame show. Time to give out some awards, and then we'll get on out of here for the regular season. The Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Anthony Eakin and also Gino Mazzacco of Neshannock. That was the touchdown pass, the look to the left, come back to the right, and the little slant to Eakin on the run to score the touchdown. Beautifully executed play by both. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor both Gino Mazzacco and Anthony Eakin for tonight's Play of the Game. They'll receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network standout platform on Twitter and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Gino Mazzacco and Anthony Eakin for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the Game award tonight, drum roll please, goes to Neshannock quarterback Gino Mazzacco, who was fantastic once again tonight as he rushes for 112 yards, throws for 218, and accounts for 2 touchdowns. So MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Gino Mazzacco of Neshannock. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County SportsNet are proud to honor Gino as tonight's MVP of the game. He will receive a customized T-shirt courtesy of the Red Zone in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view the full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Gino Mazzacco for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance. Call MVP for the win. The win tonight to Neshannock, 27-7 over Laurel. They are the champions of the Big 7, and they will await their fate in the Wpial tournament, which will begin next weekend. Again, there is no off week this year for the single A bracket or any of the teams except for 6A. There are bye weeks for the higher classifications, but there is no off week for the lower classifications. Neshannock will not have an off week this season. They will be right back in action next week, presumably right here at Bludgy Stadium as one of the top 4 seeds, and we'll see who they're going to face as the brackets will come out sometime tomorrow afternoon.
I just got a chance to talk to Coach Bonge, and I'll tell you what, he told me this is the first time all year that Mazzacco has gone on defense and practiced on defense more than a couple minutes. And he played lights out. He's the MVP of the game partially because of that,
yeah, I agree.
as well as offensive stuff.
I agree. I mean, he was locked down in his coverage tonight. The secondary was locked down in coverage. The defense was fantastic. Got home, pressure, 1 sack by Montgomery. I mean, they did everything right, and I still do not think we've seen a complete performance from this Neshannock team, and I think the best is yet to come for this team. And I still think that they're in a better situation this year without having the bye week. I just think the emotion of that game last year with Mohawk and what they come off of, and then to go play a team in Beaver Falls who they barely beat in overtime in the regular season last year that was getting better and better. If I'm playing as good as they are right now, I don't want anything to interrupt that. I just want to be back on the field, and they'll be able to do that next weekend.
Absolutely, and I want to say as well, talking to Gino after the game, he said the same thing. Well, we'll celebrate tonight. We're celebrating until we know who we're playing. And then it's all business from there because they were coming into tonight's game with confidence that they were going to go and do it again. And they did. They stepped up. They made it happen and get the victory tonight, 27-7. Big thanks to the entire crew here. And it was a crew tonight putting on this production. Matt Flannery, Aaron Vigiano producing, Garrett Dolan, Alex DeVito, Darren Heberlin, Robin Tell on camera as we had Tweety Bird, Katie Walzer out there running some stuff as well, getting you some great looks. You'll see a great highlight video coming up for sure as soon as she's done sprinting up and down the sideline. From my broadcast colleague, not Tim Continenza, and the much better Eric Thomas. Eric, pleasure. We'll see you on Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you next week for the playoffs. New season.
It's a new season. We're ready for it. We'll have all those games, as many as we can. Can't guarantee that they'll be on free video. It might be NFHS video. We'll have free audio at the very least for all these playoff games coming up. But the bracket's unveiled tomorrow. and you'll find out where all these teams will play and who is in and who is out. For the entire crew, my colleague Eric Thomas, I'm James Dotson saying so long, and stay tuned. Volleyball action tomorrow, and then the football playoffs beginning next week as well on the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAP. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.